going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the It's Ready podcast. Yes, I know it's been a hot minute, so me and Tyler, we apologize for putting this off on hold because we had a lot of other shit to do. I had some personal shit. Tyler had some personal shit. And we're back at it again. Minus my rambling. And yes, it's fucking hot in my room, so don't mind the towel because I'm sweaty like a fucker, but that's neither here nor there.
It happens. But now I'm going to explain before we start as to why we didn't do the whole thing. Again, a few weeks ago, I had some medical shit to handle, but I'm in the clear from that for right now. I'm in the clear, so I'm good there. Rob, he's had some busy scheduled situations.
Yeah, welcome to
the real world.
Adult life sucks. I'll tell you that much.
But other than that, we really don't have like a lot on our plate today, so we decided we're gonna do the episode now. So let's get the ball rolling.
So, Tyler, you got the topics down?
Oh yeah, I do. I wrote them down.
But yeah, before we get into the topics, there's one in particular. We have to just address the elephant in the room. And for those who are wondering, who we're targeted at, it's Mr. Big Nose himself,
Triple H.
Yeah, because now I'm starting to have I'm starting to seeing people to see why we're having a lot of criticism of him. So, Tyler, you want to start this off?
All right. So, I get the Fatu thing. I get him losing the title. You know, he needs something to fight for as a top face because he won the title when he was a heel, and he had turned face with the title. So I'm like, all right, cool. Give Solo the title, and then give him a group that he'll fight for, or that will help him fight the battle between, him and Solo in the Bloodline, and his new Bloodline. So I get that. But what really pisses me off about Triple H is the fact that you have talent that are getting over, that are loved by the fans, yet you have them lose matches. Like a Karrion Kross, for instance. Karrion Kross, top merch seller. He's getting fanfare. He's getting crowd reactions. Positive.
Pops on fucking main event of all fucking places.
He's getting pops on fucking main event. Pops on Raw. When he shows up for the backstage segments, because they have him do like a billion backstage segments and not wrestle on Raw, only on main event for some reason. That's what happens. Every time he shows up, the crowd goes nuts.
Yeah, it's like, and this is why I see even social media now. Earlier, as soon as when Triple H became full head of creative, I see a lot of people criticize about that, which I let it blow by the wayside. Now,
Here's my thing. He was supposed to be the savior of the bullshit that was going on creatively when Vince was there. Has he helped a little bit? Sure. He's helped because now, he's pushing the people that should be pushed, but you're hurting others that also should be pushed.
Yeah, that's like you're kind of like
And I understand that you can't push everybody. I understand that. But when there's talents that are getting over, that are getting crowd reactions, wouldn't your first priority is be like, all right, the crowd loves them, let's push them. That should be your first priority. What happened, Triple H? Because in NXT, you were fan first. In the beginning, before this TKO bullshit, and you were running the company for a little bit of 2022 when Vince retired for a few months. You were fan first. What happened?
I'll tell you.
What did you do? Let TKO in your ear, and they told you don't even worry about the damn fans.
Pretty much. I mean, if you think about it,
he even dogged And yeah, some of the IWC can be assholes.
Which
I admit it.
he spoke the truth about on that. So that's
That I get. Some of the IWC can be assholes.
that's no surprise. But it's also too, it's like now you got fucking ads on fucking everything. Like, and that's like
No, I'll get to that. But let me finish my thought. So, but really, you literally dogged every member of the IWC. Oh, y'all don't matter. Y'all don't matter. The only ones that matter are the ones in the crowd, not the ones at home that go on Twitter and criticize you about things that we don't like.
and like Tyra said, mind you, these are the hardcore diehard fans, which this company has been known to be
All
fan
you're
first.
really appeasing are the casuals. That's it. The casual fan. That's all you care about. You don't care about the true wrestling fan that want to see their guys get pushed.
Oh God, am I really gonna? Oh God, this is the statement I do not want to make. When Vince was around, oh God, this is gonna make me to fucking say this, but when Vince is around, he actually gave a shit.
No, we didn't.
And that's shocking coming.
No, we didn't.
No,
we didn't. In the early days, sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In the early
days. In the 80s, sure. But guess what? In the 80s and the 90s, the internet wasn't a fucking the mid 90s. The internet was a thing, and there was forums. There was the IWC in the 90s, 2000s, and he did care about those. But here's my thing: by the 2010s, Rob,
he lost touch.
He said, "Fuck the internet fans. I don't even like the casuals."
Which that's
I'm gonna have fucking Max Caster show up in drag as Bobby Lashley's sister. I'm gonna have a wedding between Bobby Lashley and Lana, and then have Liv return from getting beaten by goddamn Charlotte when the build was she was gonna get revenge on Charlotte. Let's have her randomly come back as a lesbian.
Which, oh God,
which that lasted a week because no one liked it. Because they knew, like, what? That made no sense. It made no fucking sense. Like, so the reason why you couldn't beat Charlotte, it was because you're a lesbian?
I said, well, where's the logic in that?
Where's the logic in that? Like, that should not matter.
And like Tyra said, and now we're kind of seeing what Triple H is doing.
Triple H is just like, what really pissed me off about Triple H is the fact that he's now like, fuck the fans.
Yeah, he's a corporate kiss ass.
The only time that our voices were loud enough to where he said, you know what, we need to listen was the R-Truth situation.
Yeah, because they got a lot of backlash out of that. They
pissed off the fans, pissed off the talent, pissed off everybody. I made a fucking whole ass rant video about it.
Yeah,
and you can watch it. It's still up. We're not even gonna delete it. It's gonna be up there for a while, or for forever. But the thing is, it's just like that was the only time our voices were heard. Also, the only time our voices was heard for the Vince era was the Give Divas a Chance era.
Yeah.
Because we kind of saved the women's division ourselves, the fans.
Yeah, because we had a voice because we
had a voice. And that's my thing with Triple H. It's like now it's like he's like, fuck the fans. I'm gonna write the show the way I want to write this show. If people don't like it, tough shit. That's not the way you run a company that's on television.
No.
You think these creators of TV shows, I mean, some do, and that's how they get canceled off of TV. They're not going to be out there go, oh, fuck the fans. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And it's like, if you do that, you're going to alienate your fans. You're going to alienate what made you, work. What made the cog spin, so to speak. And what made the cog spin of WWE are the fans.
And that's a good point too. And that also applies to what TKO's doing. And this also applies to TKO. is the fucking ticket prices, because you're now appeasing to people who actually have the means to buy the tickets and whatnot, while you have the
Why do
hardcore.
you think? Why the hell do you think now that half of the stands are a bunch of celebrities now? It's because of the ticket prices. They are fucking ridiculous.
It's like, because like Florence, like, because a friend of mine, my buddy who Thomas Brennan, who I play baseball with, he made a good point about this, because they got him and his wife got barricade seats. Guess how much that fucking costed them?
$10,000.
Almost $2,000. It's set over $1,700.
But here's the problem: WrestleMania season, when WrestleMania hits,
Oh God, that's worse.
floor seats are $10,000.
That's a mess, because it's like the hardcore fan base is thinking, it's like, shit, I might have to sell a kidney for this shit.
The thing is, no, you don't. It's not just selling a kidney. You got to sell a kidney. You got to sell your house, sell your car, sell.
It's like you're got to put up
insurance, sell everything. You got to be basically homeless to go to a fucking WWE show.
Which
you got to be basically homeless, man.
Because let's be real, like, if TK or Endeavor getting WWE, no, at the time was actually pretty nice, because because at the time I'm thinking to myself, thank God they're going to find a way to get Vince out.
For me, it was like, yeah, for me it was the same difference. I was like, all right, another company bought it, cool. It's off of the rapist's hands.
But at the time, we didn't realize that this company, that the parent company, is already in debt. You had the UFC already making complaints about them not getting paid as what they're normally when getting paid, because now we're come to find out they're over $3 billion in debt. It's like, there's the problem. It's getting to the point. It's like, I want to say this. I think it's going to get to the point where you're going to have fans start boycotting the product and watch the amount of money that they're losing. It's going to get to the point where it's like, oh shit.
I'm honestly still shocked that they've been on like a sellout streak since TKO bought the company.
Because those are the fucking casuals. That's why.
They're not just the fucking casuals. Half of the stands are celebrities. Like every day, every Monday night or every Friday night, they always video the crowd because, oh, there's a celebrity there.
And also, yeah, it really depends on the city too.
And it depends on the city too. Like when they go to California, you got a lot of movie stars. You got a lot of movie stars, and you get George Kittle, which honestly, I respect him because he's a wrestling fan and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you got the and I understand that celebrities were in the crowd for years. Like 2003, LeBron James was there. 2000, I think it was 5 or 2007, one of those years. Adam Sandler was in the crowd at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 40. Fucking Vanessa Hudgens was there. She was on a Raw.
Yep.
Who else?
I mean, I think it was
freaking Jelly Roll was there a bunch of times.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's just like, I understand that you want to appease the casuals. You want to get more eyes on the product by bringing in these celebrities. But you ain't got to shill. You don't have to rob people of their money just to go to one show. Like, as a kid, I always dreamed of going to a WWE show.
Yeah, because it's like a once in a lifetime opportunity.
But I never had the money to go. But the reason why was, but the tickets back then were just kind of cheaper, in a way.
Yeah.
Like you got to go. Like you got to go to a show. A lot of our buddies got to go to a show.
Yeah. No, at the time this was 2015. No, or it's 20. When did the Royal Rumble come to Philly? What, 2015? Yeah, 2015.
Yeah, it was 2015.
Oh God, yeah, that's right.
Because that was when Roman won and he got booed out of the fucking building.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's the same. Oh, I mean, and I'll be honest. I felt bad for Roman. Like the fact that
for Roman too. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
But
the thing is, though, because he's a talented wrestler, but back in the day, he didn't know how to cut a promo.
Ugh, yeah,
he was terrible.
Succotash anybody?
But again, it wasn't his fault. The scripting was terrible. He was suffering succotash was a fucking thing. Like, you made him say that?
Yeah, what the fucking Looney Tunes shit was that? But besides,
Also, like you let him say a Sylvester the Cat fucking goddamn line.
yeah, which I was like, oh. But
I'm like,
we digress. But all we're saying is, if you look at the ticket prices from, I would say from back from 26, oh, I think 2017 actually was pretty deep because I think they started going up before 20. No, because 2020 kind of everything went to fucking shit.
No, 2020 everything went to shit. Ticket prices didn't really like go up. They were already kind of ridiculous by like 2019 ish.
Okay, yeah. So I guess you could say around
But they weren't like as bad. It was like $200 for freaking, handicap seats. Now it's like
that's like it was like fucking $5,000 for fucking handicaps. What the fuck?
No, it's not even $5,000 for handicap seating. It's
well,
like $500 for handicap seating.
Well, I'm just exaggerating.
I'm near exaggerating, but it's $500.
Also, that does too.
So you go from you go from $200 in 2019 to $500 goddamn dollars for handicap seating. Are you freaking kidding me?
Or Tyler, not just that too, dude. Like nosebleeds back in the day, they were like oh wow, no, like between like
back in the day were like
$75 to about $1.50 at the worst is $1.50. Now,
at the worst,
now it's like almost like $300 to $400 for nosebleeds. Like what's like whoa, where did that fucking come from?
Yeah, and like the mid-level seats are like $1,000. It's like what the fuck?
I said no, I can see why fucking TKO isn't fucking dead. They got to recoup all that money that they fucking I don't know where the fuck.
And you're ripping off wrestling fans. You're ripping off wrestling fans because you're $3 billion in debt for a fucking MMA brand.
And speaking of that, it's just not the wrestling fans.
No, hold on. Start hiking the prices for UFC events. Freaking
yeah,
assholes.
and you got UFC fans getting pissed off. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ! Like at some point,
got to sell. Honestly, if I'm TKO, I'm selling both brands.
Yeah, because look, if you can't pay off the debt, you gotta sell it.
Yeah.
Now, my question, the biggest question, like, who's going to take it?
I know Vince is gonna try to get his crummy hands back on the company.
I don't think there's no way in hell.
There would be no way in hell.
And first of all, too, I don't think, because dude, like he sold a shit ton of his stocks. That's a lot of money that he's. Well, then again, no, he got
He has minority stake. He doesn't have majority stake anymore.
Yeah, because the minority
stake.
Yeah, because they're not that. Well, I haven't really looked at where they're worth, but at the time, it's like I don't think he has the right enough funds to even get it back. No, is what I meant to say.
He sold all his funds.
Yeah, so he's pretty much he already screwed himself, and not to mention he's got like a lot of little lawsuit. Who knows what lawsuit going on?
Yeah, but my thing is TKO. If you don't like lower your prices to WWE shows, just sell the damn company. I don't give a shit.
Hell, sell the fucking UFC for crying out loud, because
sell the UFC as well. Sell both.
And it got to the point too. And I know this is a wrestling podcast, but this kind of does tie into it. I remember there was like a few weeks back, you have UFC fighters coming out at one point, like putting, I don't know who exactly said it was, but somebody in the UFC said, they were not getting paid, because usually, depending on the fight, there were usually, I don't know, there was a good reward from back in the day. And ever since when Endeavor if you had like the best fight of the event, you get like $50K. You get $50K. Now you better can get less than half of that under TKO.
Now they kind of cut it a bit. I mean, I think they still do the $50K thing, but barely anymore because of the whole debt. Honestly, again, TKO. That's a you problem. Sell the company.
And it's like
they were running. They had more money before freaking TKO bought them.
Yeah, 100%.
Hell, and the thing is too, what's laughable too, as soon as TKO bought the thing, the Brendan shorts they used to wear with like all those like a billion sponsors on it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And it looked cool. Nope, you're gonna wear Reebok, and it'll look plain as hell.
Yeah, that was like what are we doing?
What are we doing here? Like
it's like cutting costs. It's like
you're cutting costs. You're cutting costs because you bought the company, and you couldn't even afford it. So now you're $3 billion in debt. Now you buy WWE, and you're hiking up their prices. You're hiking up UFC's prices. It's like,
and now you got some of the talent, feeling bad for. Hell, you had a couple of the WWE talent go out of their way to help some diehard fans to get into the shows.
hell, there was a video that I saw where I think a couple fans ran into Randy Orton.
Yeah,
and he asked them, "How much did you pay for your tickets?" And they told him, like, we paid like $10,000 for upper seats. He went. That's what came out of his mouth. He went.
Like, you got one of the greatest
of all. Fucking Randy Orton disappointed that the prices were that expensive.
Yeah, it's like, because and this is why a lot of times I look, I know, and because here's the thing, and like Tyra said, I got a chance to see the show in 2015, and also too, now I've been going now I'm going to my second indie event in the span of about a month and a half. But I got 2 ringside tickets for 100 and guess how much that was combined?
Not that expensive, because the indie shows
$145.
That's not that expensive.
That's like, and it's getting to the point. It's like, if indie wrestlers, like, if the indies can be fair about their prices, why can't like TKO? Like, this is why you're getting flat. Not well. Let me phrase that in a way that it all doesn't really come off making make sense. But in a way,
you're broke. TKO, yeah. $3 billion. You're broke.
You're goddamn broke. You're broke, bitch. But besides that, I feel bad for the diehard fans because it really breaks my heart just to see where this company's gone.
And also too, like you said, now TKO is implementing a thing where everything has a sponsor on it.
Yeah, because they
Ringside, the Barricade. Now they have fucking Slim Jim sponsors on tables, which now they're spamming table spots because of the sponsor.
Yeah, because Slim Jim's gonna have to pay them.
Slim Jim will pay them every table spot. So every week there's a damn table spot now.
Yeah, just to help get in that chunk of, like, as we said, over the $3+ billion in debt.
Exactly. You got the fucking Fireball ladder. You got the you also got like Clash of Clans. You got fucking Prime.
Unfortunately, Hogan's crap.
Hogan's shitty ass beer. You got Fortnite for some fucking reason.
Yeah. There's a lot of sponsors they are paying them just if
and all the sponsors, and that's another thing too, which honestly I don't mind the ring being covered with sponsors because boxing does that shit.
Yeah, because it's not
a new concept, so I'm not really mad at like the sponsoring being all over the ring on Monday Night Raw.
And UFC does it too, so that's kind of
UFC does it, boxing does it, like
that's kind of like the norm.
But when you start putting sponsors on ladders, on chairs, on tables, on damn near everything, that's where you're like, hold on now. You're commercializing the shit out of this. And I feel like that's the same problem throughout sports. Not just a TKO problem. Which, look at the freaking NBA with the finals. Garner the trophies. Now it's YouTube TV ads everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Which, you're making WWE extremely fucking corporate. It's no longer... Honestly, when I watch WWE like Raw or SmackDown, honestly, the only thing that makes me have fun with this is the streams. That's it. When I see sponsors in the ring or at ringside during a match, because it's a sponsored match, it's sponsored by this brand or that brand or this, that, and the third. It's like you're taking the fun out of it because now you're commercializing the shit out of the company.
Oh yeah,
you're commercializing it. It's like it's bullshit. Could I join the Discord wherever you guys are in? I have some WWE questions. Ask away, man. Ask away. But
yeah, that
can they join the Discord?
Yeah, I'm dropping in the chat now.
All right. We're
So
dropping
just bear with me.
dropping it in the chat.
And boom.
Can you palm the camera? I can't palm the camera.
But still, okay. There we go.
So let me go to that first question. Can we rate the show tonight? It happened earlier. It wasn't last night. It was today. It was this afternoon because they were in Saudi. I didn't watch it. Honestly, I only watched maybe a match of SmackDown. That was it.
Yeah.
I don't do Saudi shows because blood money, and I don't really.
And that's another, and that's a whole other conversation for a different time.
Yeah, we don't want to get too political about it, but it's just blood money, and I don't respect it.
And it's kind of funny the fact that Punk called the
Punk for me, people were like, oh, he's a fucking hypocrite. He always said that he would never do a Saudi show. Like, shut up, all right? Shut your mouth. Things change, people change. He's not doing it for the government. He's doing it for the fans there. And I feel like a lot of the talent believes that too. Look at Sammy. Sammy, for a while, did not do a Saudi show because he didn't like their government. But he realized this ain't about the fucking government. This is about the fans there. I'm entertaining the fans there. To hell with the damn government.
Okay, so
it's about the fans.
So, side note, if anybody's in the Discord, there is a little channel called Wrestling Talks. If you got any questions there, drop them in there, and we'll get right to it.
Yeah,
so, and all that other good stuff.
Yeah, if you want to ask some questions too, you don't only have to do Discord. You can ask them in the chat.
Yeah, fire away.
You can fire away in the chat.
But still, but that being said, yeah. So honestly, we had to get that off our chest.
I want to be on the podcast. I have some knowledge. Yo. They have some knowledge. All right, you wanna can
hold
we
up.
drop the link on there?
Give me 1 second, because everything is disorganized on my goddamn phone. Give me one. Okay. Boom. Yep. Anyways,
but let's get to the topic, shall we?
Yeah.
All right. So, Will Ospreay gets engaged to wrestler Alex Windsor. Congratulations.
Oh, good shit.
Good shit.
Well, I mean, it is the perfect time of year to get. It's kind of funny too. It feels like everyone's getting married at this time of the year.
It's summer, man. They always get married around this time of year.
Nah, hold up. Hang on. I am all over the place today, so my apologies. There we go. There's the one I'm looking for.
Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Boom.
What's going on?
Not much.
Heck yeah. So are you guys like an AEW fan or like a WWE fan or just kind of
just fan in general?
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, I mean, shit. TNA, Ring of
we don't discriminate over here.
Do y'all remember Matt Riddle?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean he
used to be my favorite wrestler,
bro.
But yeah, we had to get that shit up our friggin' chest. It was good.
Have y'all heard? He hasn't been signed yet, but Daniel Larson.
Not familiar with him.
No,
I heard about him.
Craziest suplex I've ever seen.
It's kind of funny too. Like even Friday, August 1st, we're gonna be live for GCW. Hit them up because that card looks pretty solid.
Yeah, that card looks freaking dope.
Because we've started doing some GCW coverage as well. Since getting Triller TV Plus, because let's be real, because ever since we saw Shotzi on the show on the card, same with the Atlanta Black going back, I was like, you know what, it's definitely going to be well worth it.
Oh yeah.
Real talk. I think Daniel Larson is going to be better than John Cena at the end of the day. Like in these next few years, I think so.
Hey, he's got
we'll have to wait and see. And sky's the limit for him, but still, it's like there's a lot of talent coming out there. But
Daniel Larson's on a different level. Yeah. Like you say there's talent stuff, but Daniel Larson is on a different level.
Well, like I said, sky's the limit for Larson.
Yeah.
The sky's right here, and then Larson's right here.
So it's already over the sky, Rob.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cena's right here, Sky's right here, Larson's right here.
Oh yeah. All right. So the next topic on hand, Athena is going to be holding an all-women's wrestling show.
Who's that?
Athena, she's in Ring of Honor, AEW.
It's formerly known as Ember Moon.
Yeah.
So, but shout out to him coming in. But actually, kind of funny enough, I'm all for it from Athena because let's be real. I mean, but hold on.
You good?
Did they say? Yeah. Did someone say what's the name of the old women's wrestling show? Did they? Was there
they didn't really specify a name when I looked it up. It was just saying that she was going to hold one. They didn't like figure out the name or anything about it.
That's not too bad. But yeah, I think I'm all and that's the thing too. That's kind of how I feel with Evolution. Say shit, give the ladies their own show because let's be real. I mean, like Tyler, I was mentioned before in that rant. We had to voice not just myself and Tyler, but the rest of the good part of the IWC. And realize the women need their spotlight.
Women can freaking go, dude. I'm telling you.
But at times it's just like now, like I said, there's talent in the women's division. It's just like they have a hard time of putting the right booking together because a lot of times it's like what. But anyways, it really does irk me a little bit of how they're booked.
Yeah, at times it does irk me as well how they're.
Because
Daniel Larson is a independent wrestler. I guess he just wanted to come in to put over Daniel Larson.
Oh my god, my eye.
Which we'll definitely check it out. But we'll check his stuff out. But yeah, they really didn't specify like the name of the show. That's all I know. But the next topic is Damage Control seemingly dropped by WWE.
I kind of feel like that was going to happen at some point because I kind of feel like in the way that I look at it. Now I know everyone's because the way I look at it from my point of view is when it started with the release of Dakota Kai. I said, well, I kind of feel like the group it's already pretty much DOA since Dakota Kai got released. Which, to be honest, I am still fucking irked.
Yeah, that really pissed me off when they just unceremoniously dropped her, and she was being used on television.
It's like, what the fuck?
It was like, what are they doing? Like, she was just in I think it was like a few weeks before she even got fired. She was just in a damn championship match.
Oh yeah, and which doesn't make no fucking sense. It's like
it made zero sense. It made zero sense to fire her, and then Asuka got hurt. So really, all you had was Kairi Sane
and Bailey.
Those two were the only ones you had until Asuka got back this week.
Yeah, after being out of the ring for 13 months.
Yeah, for over a year. Yeah, but they just seemingly dropped the Damage Control faction, which they They say they quietly did it, but everybody knew.
Oh yeah.
Everyone knew that that group was not going to be alive when you fired Dakota Kai. Who, you know, when they kicked out Bailey, she became the de facto ringleader.
Yeah.
And if you fired a leader, of course the faction's going to die off. Like, we all know that that's the case.
I mean, if you think about it, it's kind of like a perfect example of where Bullet Club it is now. Because no,
Bullet Club is out of fucking whack. I mean,
yeah.
In Japan they're heels. And then in TNA, they're faces. It's like, I
say there's no continuity there.
Like, look, like in TNA, they're faces because you have Ace Austin. You had Chris Bay for a little bit before he got hurt.
Well, that was very
retired, which sucked. But you have Ace Austin, who's in Bullet Club, as a face in TNA. The group is a heel group, but he's a face.
Which is like,
and then you have Bullet Club Gold in AEW. They're faces. They're in a faction that's a heel faction. They're faces. Huh?
Because the last time I saw like the last face run. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. The last time I ever saw a face run from Jay White this was one of his younger years when he was
Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor.
Like 2015, 2016 is the last time I remember.
It was 2016. He had that like year-long excursion.
Oh yeah.
He was a babyface then. And then then he went to Japan, did the Switchblade thing and turned heel.
Yeah, and let's be real, Henry has run well with it. To do one from a Great White Ring of Honor, which I think the Switchblade sounds so much better than the Great White.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know.
Vince McMahon refiles for arbitration in the Janelle Grant's lawsuit. You ain't getting it, bud.
You ain't getting that shit because
you ain't getting that money, bud. You're not getting that money, bud.
Yeah, because like if you just actually learn how to keep your hands to yourself,
yep. You fucking.
This wouldn't even fucking happen. You would still have your money.
You would have still had your money. You would have still had your wife.
Yeah.
She ended up being a piece of shit too. So.
And now you alienate your two kids because
you alienated your two damn kids.
Your son-in-law doesn't want to do nothing with you.
Your son-in-law, he backed out. He said, "No, I don't want nothing to do with you."
Yeah, because and it's kind of funny.
I don't want nothing to do with mom. I don't want to do the only one he has something to do with is his sister, because he loves his sister.
Yeah,
and even Stephanie don't want shit to do with you.
And that's the funny thing.
Guess what? Because guess what? When you got your crummy hands back on the company in 22, you fired her.
Yeah, and you pissed everybody off.
Her. And yeah, it was. She don't want nothing to do with you now, and it's like, yeah, nobody wants anything to do with you. You need to go die on a hill somewhere, die in a hole. I don't give a fuck. Okay, Vince. You need to just go. Get away.
Yeah, just scram.
Scram. Get out of here. We don't want you back.
And which is true. It's like you didn't know because. And another thing is too with Vince, it's like what pissed everybody off was the constant rewrites of fucking shows. And if you watch how Raw and SmackDown was like, what?
Yeah, you can tell they got rewritten to death. Like,
yeah, at the last fucking
two, he waits until an hour before the show starts to rip up the damn scripts and restart it.
I was like, what the fuck?
That's how when you watch a Monday Night Raw or SmackDown during the Vince era, it felt unfinished.
Yeah, and if you looked at because anytime we did our reactions, like you could tell me and Tara were uncomfortable watching that.
It wasn't really uncomfortable. It was more so we were annoyed at that point.
Oh yeah.
Like, really, that's all you could come up with? And it was because they half-assed everything because they had to rip up the storyline an hour before, rip up like the scripts an hour before the show started and redo it.
Yeah, 100%. And remember, this is the same Vince McMahon. If you go back into the 80s, got heavily influenced by Hogan, and if everybody has read the story about that with Jesse the Body Ventura, this is another why Vince is also hated because of fucking, not just because of Hogan, because of fucking what Jesse wanted to
Jesse Ventura wanted to unionize the company.
Which I would have been all for that.
I'm for that. I would be for that. Get your money the way that you need to. Have a goddamn structure.
Yeah, because it's like,
but no, you didn't, because Hogan tattled on the guy.
Yeah, and he got fired.
And he got fired for it. And for years, until 1999. So put it this way. From the late 80s to 1999. Even 1999, it wasn't even a full-fledged, reunion in a way. Yeah, he was there for a show at WrestleMania in 99. But the problem was, from 99 to 2012, it was nasty. And then even in 2012, you cannot tell me that fucking segment between Jesse Ventura and Vince McMahon when they were arguing backstage, and Jesse said, and Jesse forced him to do commentary with him. Remember that episode of Raw?
Oh yeah, that was weird.
You could tell that argument was real.
Because you could tell Jesse wanted to strangle him.
He wanted to kill him.
Which, do I blame him? No, I don't.
No, I don't blame him either. He wanted to racist. He wanted to form a union for the company.
Yeah,
which would have been smart.
Yeah.
But he didn't. He didn't, and he got fired because Hogan tattled on him. Hogan ended up being a fucking massive piece of shit now.
Which, that don't surprise me one goddamn bit. The dude, not just because a racist, he's an asshole, but those dude's a big fat fucking liar.
The thing is, though, people focus on the racism part, which I agree with. Like, yeah, he was on video. You know what he said, right?
Oh yeah, he dropped the N-word.
He dropped the N-word, but he said no, and this is why his daughter don't want nothing to do with him.
Yeah, that's
why is my daughter dating N-words? Is what he said.
Oh yeah, I remember that was going. That's
why he is so.
Oh, I'm surprised how no one has kicked his ass yet because of when he said that,
dude. Like when that was released, I was like, you know what?
Oh,
I hope somebody somewhere kicks your ass, Hogan.
Because there's no business for you saying that.
No business.
And the fact that now your true colors show because and then not to mention he's also trying to fucking cover that shit up too. If I remember correctly, he tried to cover that up and play it off like nothing happened. No, motherfucker, like this was circulated all around major news outlets. Like, yeah, we know what you said. Don't fucking lie,
dude. I remember when it first came the fuck out, and it was on I think it was I found out on CBS News or
yeah, it was. I think it was CBS is when we first found out.
It was either CBS News or ABC News, one of the two. They released the audio of the fucking thing he said.
Oh God, I
was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" When he said that shit.
Oh,
I wasn't even back into wrestling when he said it.
Oh yeah,
This was around 2015. I was a year away from coming back to watching the shit. I was like, no. Hogan can go fuck himself.
But it's like, that's so important. And the fact that, and this is good, ties it back to what we talked about with TKO. You bring this fucker in just to promote his shitty beer. I'm sorry, that's just a whole new low for me.
The thing is, too, I'm glad they did because we had some comedy when that happened.
Oh, yeah.
Every fucking person in that arena booed his ass.
And remember, is that the very first episode on Netflix that night?
The very first episode on Netflix. This man shows up to Raw and he gets freaking booed to oblivion by everybody.
And he has the ball to ask, why the fuck did I get booed? It's like, motherfucker,
you said the N-word in 2015.
We have not forgotten. The only person that's well beloved and as beloved, and that's Jimmy Hart.
And people were sitting there saying, "Oh, it's because," and people like the Trump supporters and shit were like, "Oh, it was probably because he voted for Trump."
Well, that also part of the
bitch. Take her fucking votes for Trump, and we cheer his ass. It had nothing to do with fucking Trump.
it's basically what he said, and the fact it's not just his daughter.
It had everything to do with what he said about his daughter's boyfriend.
Oh yeah, that was bad too. Honestly,
it had everything to do with that.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Did Bully Ray at one point date her in real life? I think. Am I completely fucking wrong?
Completely storyline.
Okay, I'm gonna throw.
They never dated. He got asked that question too before. It's like, did you guys actually date? And he's like, no, we were friends, but we never dated.
Because here's the hypothetical: say if they did in real life, I know for a fact that Bully Ray wanted
to. Ray, I swear, if Hogan sneak dissed Bully Ray and it got out there,
oh yeah, or the fact
Bully Ray would fuck him up.
Or say the fact that this came out and the same time, we said that around Devon. Oh, that's even fucking worse.
Dude, Devon would fucking kill him.
Oh yeah, Devon would put Hogan 6 feet under. I'm not joking.
No. What if New Jack was still alive and heard this shit?
Oh God, New Jack would. Oh no. That's
Hogan, you'd be screwed, buddy.
Oh yeah, you're fucked.
Hogan, you would be screwed, buddy.
Oh yeah, because you do not. That's the one guy you. And we've heard a lot of stories from about New Jack. I mean, God rest that man's soul.
Yeah. He got wrongfully convicted of attempted murder because some doofus decided to lie about his age and enter a ring and told him.
Mass transit. If anybody's read that story.
And he got and the fact that New Jack got convicted of attempted murder or some shit because of that.
Yeah.
Shit. What?
Come to find. I would say wrestling back in the day, it was fucking wild. And that's the reason.
I was like, this doofus entered a damn ring, told him to cut him.
And the fact
that confines of his business, so we could do that. And I'm like, no. Luckily, the charges got dropped soon after. But again, and back to the Hogan thing, the reason, and to all you Trump supporters and shit, it wasn't because he voted for Trump. It was because of what he said in 2015.
And also, too, even his wife didn't want nothing to do with him, too.
No, his wife left him right after. The funny thing is, a week after his Raw debacle, guess what happened?
Yeah, his
wife left his ass.
Honestly, I don't fucking blame her. Getting good riddance.
Hell, yeah. Even when it came out, I shared it. I think it was on Twitter, or it was either Twitter or Facebook. I'm like, I don't fucking blame her, and that's what I said.
Yeah, and
I don't fucking blame
her. The fact that, and also too, I don't remember if and the fact that I would believe, I could be wrong. I think I might have read something where he almost badmouthed his daughters. Like, oh, that would fucking irk me. If I was a father, if I ever heard that, I'm sorry, but that would piss me off. 100%.
No, if I was a dad to a daughter and the Hogan thing comes out and he says, why are you dating an N-word to his daughter?
Oh, that's like...
That would piss me off to know.
Like, that's your first...
Like, your own fucking father turns on you because you're dating a black man?
It's like, what the fuck?
Like, what the hell is this bullshit? Like, if I had a daughter and she dated a black man, I wouldn't give a rat's fucking ass.
Now, and trust me, my girlfriend will tell you too. Like, she's no slouch. I will tell you that she will fight if anybody, and I mean anybody.
Besides money. If it was your girl versus Hogan, I'm betting all my money.
Oh yeah, she'd probably put that man 6 feet under, and everybody would.
Yeah. And
no court and Cornette's. Well, he's going to laugh at one of two things: pissing on Russo's grave, because that's priority number one, and also with Hogan. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. I did actually find something too. This was about a couple hours ago. Talk about what's next for Rhea. She talked so prior to the show, she spoke with Jackie, where she commented on her current position in the company, and people responded to people claiming that she quote unquote shouldn't want to be the world champion, and she said quote, at the end of the day, if I don't want the championship, then what the hell am I doing in this business? If I don't want to be the top dog, then what the hell am I doing in WWE? If I don't want to be the best, then why I don't just quit? I'm sick and tired of people saying, "Oh, Rhea shouldn't be the champion." No, Rhea bloody Ripley wants the bloody championship. I want the gold. I want to be the top dog. This is my division. I got to show to everyone who Rhea bloody Ripley is once again. End quote.
The problem as it ties into the wrestling community too, which I understand Triple H's gripe to an extent because of that. Every wrestling fan, well, except for us, because we like them, we like all the wrestlers. We want all the wrestlers to succeed. I mean, Charlotte, she gets overpushed, and we do say that, but we don't have any hate for her. The problem is like every wrestling fan has a flavor of the month.
And with Charlotte, the only way she got shoved down her throat is because of the Flair name. That's the reason why.
That's why everybody don't like her, and I understand that gripe and everything. But like when you're like going after Rhea Ripley because she's going after the damn title again,
you can't really blame her because if you look at it,
I can blame them. I can blame them because guess what? She had one reign as women's world champion. One. There's been times where there's been multiple reigns from the one champion.
Yeah.
Oh, this person needs to be pushed next. This person needs to be pushed next. Really? You can't push everybody again. I understand, like, some wrestlers, they deserve a push, like Karrion Kross or, some other people. But Rhea Ripley is not a bad fucking wrestler.
No.
She also can speak on the mic. Yeah, does her promos get a little bit cookie cutter when she goes, I'm Rhea bloody Ripley and I'm mommy, or I'm always on top, which Rob, that's a personal favorite of his.
Yeah. But jokes aside, but yeah, it does. And
this is cookie cutter, and I understand it. Like, she cuts the same promo, but at least she does it well.
Yeah, to the point where it's
to where I'm okay with it. All right,
because like if someone else was doing it, it's like what the fuck, like, and I get it. I know this says like, you're
still beginning when she started doing the mommy thing. I'm like, really? We're doing the mommy king thing, like that part. I'm like, really, fucking really.
Well, and technically, a lot of people don't realize that we've seen this kind of elements in the past before with the late Eddie Guerrero because he kind of did with the Poppy thing.
But that's Poppy. But he did the I'm your Poppy thing towards Dom, saying that I'm your dad.
Which is kind of funny.
Rey Mysterio was not your dad. Like, what?
Okay, and that's another funny thing, too. This also ties into Ripley. If anybody has not watched her interview with Chris Finley, she did talk about that. She also pitched the idea of
I'm your Poppy.
Yeah, she wanted to fucking do that.
WWE said no to that. Like, what?
What?
Yo, you could have had her to be the next fucking Eddie Guerrero, the whole Eddie Guerrero thing. And then, what you could have done? You could have done, too, to me, since you're doing the I'm your Poppy thing with Rhea, you could have done the custody of Dominic, have him hang over the top fucking thing in a cage.
Now that would have been fucking funny. Okay, and that's the thing.
Whoever climbs the ladder, opens the cage, grabs Dom, wins the match. Come on.
And that shit writes itself.
That could have been done.
And another thing is, too, it's like, a lot of people, it's like, if you get to see the real Rhea, like you could tell, like, all the shit she's gone through in life,
I think she said she had, like, anxiety or something.
Oh, yeah.
Or no, she had panic attacks.
I was like, I know that feeling all too fucking well. And the fact is,
this is why, when it comes to wrestling, excuse me, every time I talk, I'm fucking coughing. When it comes to wrestlers, it's like I try my best to give them love and respect. Watching them, like even Charlotte, I don't hate her. When I found out she was going through mental shit after her divorce, I'm like, damn, man, I feel bad for her.
And not just the divorce too. I mean, I could imagine the fucking shit she had to go through after her brother passed away. Which
she's already going through underlying mental issues because of that.
Also,
like, that's the case.
And tied to that, Vince, screw you for that. Because now and that really fucking irks me. Look, Paige, I can't really blame her because
the thing is though, I don't think people really blame Paige. I think they all like when that promo, it wasn't like she went off script with the shit. No. What happened was Vince wrote that shit in.
I look at it and say, this fucker, and I felt
this asshole. All right, this asshole is explaining the death of her fucking brother.
Oh, and you can see because
you can see the anger and the sadness on Charlotte's face.
That, and you can see Paige being very uncomfortable.
Paige was so uncomfortable.
I was like, oh no, wait.
I was like, oh. Another one that was bad, and you could see, and I rewatched it, and you can tell Randy Orton hesitates.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He was uncomfortable.
Like he had to say it quickly because
he was like, Eddie's not up in heaven, and he turns over and he's like, oh damn, I gotta say this, and then he goes back and he says the line, Eddie's in hell.
You could the look on his face, like
you could tell he was so uncomfortable saying.
Because this what a few years after Eddie passed away.
This was a year. This was a year after.
Oh, I was like, dude, I was like, Vince, really?
This was when it was like right after. This was like, I think it was a build up to the triple threat between, Ray, Randy, and Kurt for the World Heavyweight title that Ray just won at Mania that year. This has to be 06.
Yeah.
It was
yeah. This was about a year, and
it was a year. Not even a year. Not even a year. Just a few months. Rob, it's not even a year. It was just a few months after he died.
I was like, oh, because at the time, look, we were kids. If me and Charlie would time travel back to 2006, I wanted to get through that TV and strangle Vince for that. Because first of all, Eddie was your biggest fucking moneymaker for the most part of the time before he passed. And the fact, oh Jesus Christ,
But the thing is, you had fucking Randy Orton say that to his to Eddie's legitimate best friend.
And the fact that Ray found him dead.
Ray was the one that found him dead too.
And it's like,
Ray wasn't the one that found him dead.
Who am I thinking of?
Chavo was.
Oh, and I know Chavo said something. I know for a fact
Chavo probably went to Vince and said, "Fucking really, dude."
Like, dude, that's my
uncle. That's my fucking uncle.
What? For some reason, I don't know why I was with the brother out. I don't know where that.
No, that was the thing. Is though they were like close in age, basically. So it's like they were basically brothers. They weren't. That was Chavo is Eddie's nephew.
Okay. Yeah, Chavo looked, and seeing that interview with Ray, it's like, oh God.
And I know, you know, Ray doesn't hold any animosity towards Randy for being forced to say that. So I understand, like, you know, like, but the thing is, though, there's some things you don't cross the line with in wrestling.
And that
crossed it. That crossed it. And the same thing with, you know, the whole Paige Flair thing. That crossed it too.
Yeah, and it's like there's, like, you can, and because it's like
some of the decisions that Vince did, you wanted to
squeeze this man.
Yeah, you wanted to find the man, wring his neck.
Pretty much, put this man through the fucking ringer, literally.
Yeah.
And it really fucking irks me. And I'm glad that Vince is gone. But now, tying back to the whole Triple H rant that we did, Triple H started becoming like Vince again. It's this.
The only thing that's different about Vince, or different about Vince and Triple H, Triple H actually has morals, and he hasn't really done any fucked up shit.
No, that is true.
The problem is he's flawed in areas. Like, Karrion Kross isn't getting booked well. He lost his match today to a guy. Oh, and they said, Sami Zayn had to go through adversity. What fucking adversity?
And I love Sammy.
The man was winning that feud week by week by week. He did not face adversity at all.
No, it was just a one-sided thing. It's like, and I even put it on social media. It's like, kind of saying, it's getting ridiculous to the point. It's like, I'm carrying. I'm going to Triple H's office, and I'm asking to have him buy out my contract and go elsewhere where I'm appreciated.
Facts.
Because it's getting to the point. It's like, because if anybody has seen that rant that Karrion Kross did, that's nothing but the fucking truth.
He said this good guy thing, this, being a yes man in wrestling will get you nowhere.
And
the entire time he has been the fucking yes man, and it got him nowhere. And the fact is that I think Karrion Kross needs to go to Triple H's office and start bitching.
No, I would say let the real Killer Kross come out and curse this man out.
Curse him the hell out. Hell, do what you did in that rant, but do it towards Triple H.
Yeah.
To his face, Karrion. To his face. You and Scarlett. And to add to that, we love you, Karrion. And we hope you get booked.
Yeah, it's like the dude finally got over, which now we're seeing what, because when he came back, it's like, okay, what's the potential here? Because after the first cut time, yeah, which we don't talk about because, good Lord, the fuck, he screwed him to the point where it's like, really?
They had him job out to Jeff Hardy, who was on his way out.
It's like, really? You have to do
what? Like,
and
you
then,
have to lose to a guy that's on his way out?
And then, like about a month or two later, Karrion gets fucking fired.
Karrion gets fucking fired, and a few months later, Jeff Hardy leaves the damn company.
And I think, and he goes, and where did Karrion go after that? I think would he go back to
Karrion, he was working. No, Karrion was just working indie dates. He was working indie dates. He wasn't really like signed to a big company because before the first run in WWE, before he was in NXT, he was in Impact. But after his first run at WWE, he was just working indie dates, and then Triple H got the job, and he hired him back immediately.
And seeing, with the different looks, say, okay, where can we go from here? And
they've gone
the way the crowd reacts at that time, it's like this dude, and when he came back, no pop whatsoever for Karrion. I was like,
but look at the difference.
Yeah, the difference is massive.
He put in the work. He put in so much goddamn work. Crowd reactions. They love the guy.
He's the top 5. Yeah, it's like the top.
If I was in Triple H's shoes and I saw that, I'm pushing the man. He's gonna be on TV every week. He's gonna win matches, including the pay-per-view matches.
Yeah,
and he's gonna get titles.
And the thing is, too, Triple H has done this once before, completely ruined a guy's popularity. Jey Uso, anybody? Well, to an extent.
No, he didn't ruin Jey Uso's popularity. He's still popular. He's still getting yeeted each chance. Pat's still eating all over himself, Rob, okay? Everything's fine with Jey Uso. I don't agree with that. The one Uso brother that's kind of getting mistreated.
That's Jimmy.
It's Jimmy. Jimmy's getting the shit out of the stick there. But Jey Uso is fine. Jey Uso's fine.
Because, I mean, look.
But the one problem that I have was he wins the world title at WrestleMania. And then the next pay-per-view, he loses.
No, it was on the random episode of fucking. It was the Raw after the pay-per-view.
Or it was the Raw. Not Raw after. It wasn't the Raw after. Well, yeah, it was Raw after the next pay-per-view. Wasn't the Raw after Mania, but the Raw after, I think, Money in the Bank.
It was Money in the Bank.
Yeah, it was Raw after Money in the Bank. You have him tap the fuck out.
Because all you wanted to do is push the fucking.
All you wanted to do was push Gunther versus fucking Goldberg.
You could have still done that had you not take the damn belt off of Jay.
You could have done that without the title. I would have been okay with it. I don't really care for Goldberg now because he's old and he can't wrestle like he did back in '98 to 2003.
Like, he had a very short prime years.
He had a very short prime because the man was over 30 at that point. Now you're pushing a 58-year-old man
who hurt himself during training, and it's what?
He hurt himself during training before his match against Taker, concusses himself, has the worst match of his damn life against Taker, and a lot of short matches.
And it's like
you could have done it without the title, but
I would have been fine.
But no, you had Jay lose the damn belt.
So, and apparently, I've seen some reports like, say, oh, they want someone that's more as a credible world champion than fucking Jay. I say, what? In what world?
Did you not hear the fucking crowd?
Oh my God, this company. I apologize. I don't want to use this word, but Tyler, I apologize. But
Drop
this company,
I don't give a damn.
It's fucking retarded.
It is. Yes, it is.
And I hate saying that word, but it's like
it is.
You guys. Oh, that's another thing that you're not doing. That's LA Knight. When are you going to give his fucking moment?
You had him win one U.S. title run, and that title run was not that good. And then after that, you're having him lose number one contendership matches every week.
Or the fact you can't let him win the Money in the Bank once.
No. He's in the match, just doesn't win it.
Listen, I'm not going to hold it against Naomi. Yeah, the fact she's been in 5. Like I said, if it's going to have to take for 5 Money in the Banks from LA Knight to win one, we have a problem. Because whoever's that right?
There was already a problem when it took 5 for Naomi to win it.
Yeah, I remember she got the fork short end. I was like, oh no.
She got one mini title reign. She wanted the fucking title to glow, and the company said no. That would have been
shit. That would have been fucking fun.
Cool as hell.
But she didn't want to do that. And this company, and here's the funny thing too. Like, this company has been notoriously dropping the balls on ideas. Oh, I don't know. The quarter 4 gimmick in TNA for Mustafa Ali. The fact you said no to that and seeing how that's gotten over in TNA, I was like, oh my God, this company's fucking dumb.
Not only did it get over in TNA, it got over in fucking Japan.
Yes, I was like,
two companies put that over, Rob.
I was like, well, that's sucks.
The thing is, though, he wanted to go back to NXT and do that gimmick.
Which I would have been fine with.
I would have been okay with it, too.
But you didn't want to do that.
At that point, the main roster wasn't doing shit with him. So
that is true.
No, you know what they did? They did give him a faction. They gave him a faction where they changed every wrestler's name, put them under mask, and called them Retribution.
Oh, God. Yeah. And I know Mercedes Martinez wasn't fucking happy.
Mercedes Martinez was so pissed that she decided in the middle of that whole run to just ask for her release and leave.
And look where she is now, doing a lot better shit.
I don't blame her for leaving.
And not if it's Jack. That's another infamous. And the fact and this is the crazy part.
He had an awesome ass fucking gimmick when he went back to NXT. When he got called up to Raw, I'm thinking, okay, this gimmick's gonna work.
Yeah, the Sin City type of thing. It's like,
where's Dijak at? Oh, I don't know. He's in catering. Oh, what are we gonna do? Oh, we're gonna fire him.
I say, what was the point of calling him up to the main roster for?
Exactly. What the hell was the point?
And at that point, ever since then, it's like, now I'm kind of worried with some of these, with the current edition of NXT and with these calls, like, if they're going to go through, because we knew that Julia and Stephanie Vaquero were not going to be in NXT for long, and they're doing some good stuff on the main roster, which I'm happy. But it's like the homegrown talent, like a Tony D'Angelo or come on, who am I?
Got Tony D'Angelo. If a Ricky Sainz gets called up, oh my God! And
please,
they misused the shit out of him, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Oh God, that's gonna piss everybody off. Because
and if they misuse Tony D'Angelo,
oh God, I'm gonna be fucking mad. I'm gonna be heated. because there's no way in hell you could got to fumble a gimmick like that's got over NXT. And the fact that, Big Vito, who actually loves the fucking thing, I was like...
No, Big Vito has like a love-hate relationship with things. Like,
I think it's with Stacks is where the problem is.
Yeah, the whole Stacks thing, it's like he stole his...
you can definitely clear.
He's basically stating that Stacks stole his gimmick, which is
in
true.
A way, yeah.
It's true. He did.
It's a funny thing, too. Now that would have been interesting to see Big Vito alongside Tony D as the underboss. Oh boy, that would have been money.
Imagine the fucking zingers that fucking Vito says. Oh my god. That would fucking kill it, dude. That would be awesome.
And it's like, and this is why I love wrestling as a whole. It's just the way that the WWE is doing things. It's like I'm either I like it, I don't. Or sometimes I'm fucking worried.
That's the thing. Like, that constant worry of talent. Like, they're not gonna get used well. That was my thing with Karrion when there was that few weeks where he was just not on television. I'm like, there we go with Karrion. He's not being used. He's kind of floundering on main event. He's not on TV. And then the one time he's on TV, only the international markets get to see him because
he jobs out.
He's trapped. He's trapped behind not a paywall. He's trapped behind commercials in the States, so the States can't see a promo that he cuts.
Yeah, and now we have to watch on social media of what we
now
missed.
You gotta watch it on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or YouTube because
it's like. I've loved WWE for over 20 plus years as a fan, and seeing where this company, and I'm glad, like I said, a lot of changes have been made, but at the same time, it's like the same old. It's like, what's that saying? It's like they're like a little definition of saying they're trying different things, expecting a different result.
No, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing, expecting the different result.
And the way that they've kind of done that,
they're doing that, yeah.
It's like, perfect example. Where the fuck has Finn been? Prior to 2016, had he not got hurt, this dude was getting ready to be pushed to the moon. Had he not got hurt in 2016,
yeah.
As soon as that shoulder injury, boom, already his momentum gone.
And yeah, you gave him his own faction. Big whoop. Guess what? Most of that faction's a fucking joke anyway. Fucking, you had Carlito, who's now fired, conveniently enough, just stand there and be freaking comedy fodder.
It's like
you have JD, who's jobbing out, being the human punching bag.
I mean, this goes back to his time in NXT. If you think about it, that NXT deadline. Quadruple, that one spot, the quadruple super kick. The dude got like if anybody's not watched JD McDonough or Jordan Devlin prior to him going to WWE, this dude can wrestle his ass off it. But somehow the company
is very his gimmick was a very technical wrestler. He wanted to snap your limbs,
and they didn't want to do that.
They didn't want to keep that character. Let's make him go into the judge. Let's make a group called the Judgment Day. We'll have, which in the beginning, Judgment Day was a fucking cool faction between three people. There was only 3 people in that group. Or actually 4.
Yeah.
It was Edge, Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley, Finn Balor.
If you think about it, that group, the Judgment Day, look at how that's done for the careers. Damian Priest has elevated him as a world champion material. Boosted the career of Rhea Ripley and where she is at now.
But here's where it presents a problem. It helped with every person in that group except for 2 people. Finn Balor, JD McDonough.
And they're just throwaway fodder.
They're throwaway fodder at this point.
And
now you've given up on the group to where now you're having this mini dissension Like there's many dissension between Dom and Finn.
And it's like at this time, at somebody blow it up.
At this point, blow it up.
It's like if you could do it with damage control, you could do this. You can surely do the same fucking thing with goddamn Judgment Day.
Yeah, but here's my thing. Now, it presents a problem. What the hell are you gonna do with Finn? Now they're probably gonna misuse Finn again. They're gonna, which they've always been doing. They're gonna keep misusing Jaden McDonough and make him still the fucking jobber punching bag.
I mean, Dom's doing some pretty good things, so I'm not worried.
IC champ, he's fine.
Raquel, I mean, there is potential if you do it with her, like there is potential with her.
I think what's gonna happen is the reason why they're not taking the tag belts off her. They're gonna make Roxanne the tag team partner.
I don't know how I feel about that.
That's where it's going, because with
Liv being out
with a separated shoulder, she's gonna be out for a while.
I just want to know whoever's in that writing room. I want to take a cartoon mallet and bang you on the goddamn head. It's like at this point.
No, I'll do you one better. Remember that hospital segment from like Raw back in the day?
Oh, with the old bedpan to the head.
Fucking bedpan to the head.
And for those who don't know, that was a real bedpan.
Yeah, you heard the dong. It was hilarious.
Which is still fucking hilarious. Because but besides the point, that entire whoever's in that writing room, y'all can get the fuck out of there.
Like the Judgment Day was a cool faction when Edge was running the damn thing.
Because at least Edge had a vision of what the group would have been.
It was going to be dark and brooding, and it was going to be like a horror gothic type of thing.
It's like not saying what the brew would have been, but kind of where
it would have been like a cross between, the Brood and the emo, like the goth style.
Yeah, say if
it was a cross between that, and then you fucked that up because Cody gets hurt. Oh, we don't have enough baby faces. Let's have the group turn on.
That's like, is it bad to say I'd rather have fucking Freddie Prinze write the shows because I mean he is not that bad of a writer.
I remember when he wrote a few Raws, and I'm like, well, goddamn. This was a good ass Raw. Freaking Freddie Prinze Jr. could write a fucking Raw.
It's there were great episodes. It's like I'm thinking to myself, why not just have him be the fucking lead writer, or at least
wait a minute. You mean to tell me Fred from Scooby Doo can actually write a fucking wrestling show? God damn.
Never would have thought in a million years. And hell, while you're at it, throw fucking Paul Heyman in there too, because I mean the dude's got a fucking creative fucking mind.
Paul can be creative as well. Yeah.
Now,
I think Paul Heyman could write a show, rehire Freddie Prinze Jr. because he even when he still has ties with WWE because he's I think he hosts WWE Rivals.
I think so. Yeah.
He hosts WWE Rivals, so he can still do that. Yes, he's kind of now he's booked because he's trying to do I think the reboot of a horror movie that he did that's coming out.
Oh,
I forgot what it's called. Fuck. I know you did last summer some shit.
Oh, that fucking movie? That's getting a reboot? Oh, hell no.
It's basically a sequel, Rob. So don't worry. It's basically a sequel.
Let's hope it turns out to be a good one.
Probably.
But I digress.
But yeah, he's doing that, so he's probably busy filming it. I don't know because they're promoting it, so they probably are done filming it. But that's the thing. It's like when a fucking actor writes a show better than your fucking
that presents a problem.
That presents a huge problem, a glaring problem. You can't write a fucking show.
Because it's him entire own WWE. This is how I say it. I would have Freddie Prinze Jr. for Raw, Heyman for SmackDown.
Yeah, that's how I would do it. Freddie Prinze Jr. is gonna be a Raw guy. Heyman's a SmackDown guy.
Hell, if you think about when Heyman wrote SmackDown, he had some pretty good fucking episodes when he wrote.
And that was during the days where SmackDown was shit.
Yeah, that is true. That was just kind of shocking to say, but that's not the case.
Ironically enough, when Freddie Prinze Jr. came in and wrote a few Raws, and they were low-key good episodes,
Yeah.
Raw was shit back then.
And it's like, and now we're seeing like people talk about now Netflix has kind of talked about it, not what then about the ratings going. Go get Freddie. He definitely would help me with that.
You got a boatload of fucking money. You can pay him.
Yeah, exactly. Or the same too. It's like if we're gonna get rid of Def Rebel, bring back Jim Johnson or COFS to make
or since you have a boatload of fucking money, buy copyrights to different songs.
Exactly. That's not that hard.
You have Bailey wanting fucking Paramore. Give her Paramore.
Because it fits her style.
You want Seth Rollins wanting Metro Boomin, give him Metro
Go
Boomin.
ahead. Because you already got if you got fucking Motionless and White doing for Ripley, for Rhea, why not? Why
you have Motionless and White doing Rhea's song?
And even a live performance at WrestleMania 40.
I forgot who does Punk's song though.
Living Color.
He has copyrighted music too.
Well, if you think about it too, he has used that for years.
But I know, but he has copyrighted music too, that they pay these singers to.
I'm trying to think who else, because you got Rhea, you have Punk,
Rhea, you have Punk, yeah.
Motherfucker, who we just talked about? Oh god, now my brains are. I got a memory of a fucking spoon.
Fuck. You had Ronda Rousey.
But Joan Jett.
She had freaking copyrighted music.
Yeah, Bad Reputation by Joan Jett in the Black Hearts.
Yeah, which that's a banger. Even though the song was a banger. The song was a banger, but Ronda Rousey wasn't.
Yeah, that is true. Well, Cena got it. Well, I don't know if Cena trademark his
own shit, so it's like you don't count. You had Hogan with Real American. That was copyrighted.
And the lead singers, I think it was the singer or the guitarist that just passed away not that long ago.
Passed away. You had that. Fuck. Who else?
Right. You know, said Jeff Hardy at one time did Evermore in the mid 2000s. I mean, for crying out loud,
that was his though. That was his.
That's like this. You got a boatload. You're a multi-billion-dollar.
Oh no, 2009 when he had that theme, that was copyrighted.
Yeah,
that was copyrighted. You had Punk copyrighted twice. You had fucking Killswitch Engage do his theme for
and both were fucking bangers.
From 2006 to 2012.
He went from one banger to the next.
He went from one banger to the next damn banger. Both were bangers.
That's pretty much about it.
You can copyright music. You've done it, WWE.
You've
done it recently with Rhea Ripley's theme, with Punk's theme, which you did it a while ago, but you probably rescinded the damn copyright thing. But it was mainly Rhea Ripley's thing they bought the copyrights for.
Yeah,
which you can do that. You have enough money to do it.
But you decide choose not.
If I was running the company, if I'm TKO or if I'm Triple H, right? I'm asking each wrestler, what is your favorite song? What do you think would fit you? Who's your favorite artist? Let's say if certain wrestlers want like an Eminem song or a who else? Like certain wrestlers. Hell, you had fucking Taker at One Mania come out to Johnny freaking Cash.
I do not remember that, dude.
Yeah, he had. I think like
the only one I think of Taker at times is with fucking Limp Bizkit. Oh, that's another one too. I forgot about that.
That's a copyright. They bought the copyright for that.
Hey, let's be real. That's a banger of a song. My Way's another fucking banger. You did for WrestleMania. Hello.
You buy copyrights for events. Why can't you buy copyrights for wrestlers? You can give them dude. You again. Bailey wants Paramore. Seth wants Metro Boomin. Give them that.
Hell, and like Tyra said, because this is another hypothetical. Like if I had COFS or Jim Johnson, if I had both on the phone, kind of talking, I would say, let's just say, okay, if me and Tyra were part of the ownership, like I said, we're running the company because this is gonna be like the last segment of the show. So this is gonna be some good.
I have more. No, Rob, I have more shit to have to cover.
Oh shit. We'll save the hypotheticals towards the end. Continue.
All right, but the
Man,
next
who the
topic.
fuck
What?
Someone's fucking sending fireworks outside my goddamn house. It's too early for. Oh right, it's fucking almost 4th of July.
Yeah, it's almost.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm fucking
But
stupid.
anyway, the next topic is the Godfather gets into a rollover car wreck, but he is in good health. Yeah, I think it was like a few weeks ago.
Ah, damn.
He literally got into a rollover car wreck.
Let me guess. Did he come out?
This motherfucker is so badass. The man got out of his damn car. Did not have an injury.
Did he take notes from fucking Mick Foley? Because he's another one who could.
Mick Foley, fucking. I think he had a truck.
He's always having a mild concussions. Like
he literally got out of his damn car, took a picture, thumbs up, smiling next to the wreck,
and had a caption that "Have a good day." Say, dude.
And I'm like, I saw his post on fucking IG. I'm like, dude, you're fucking badass. Damn, Mick. But then again, this is the same guy who got thrown off of a cage onto a table, busted his lip. His tooth shot up out of his fucking lip into his nose. He smiled through it. So I expected him to smile.
I expect nothing less out of Mick.
That's typical Mick Foley. But I'm happy that the Godfather is okay. I would make a joke. I don't know if it's in poor taste. I think weed saved his life.
I mean, oh god, what the fuck do you usually say? Because I can never remember the life of me. There's an only phrase I remember, like, is like to the whole train, which now he can't do no more.
I just love how when he starts lining it up for the move, fucking I think it was the King goes chow chow.
Yeah,
I was like, oh my god.
And that's the funny thing too. It's I do feel like, I'm actually kind of, like I said, I'm glad, like you say, glad the Godfather's okay.
Yeah.
The fact that, I swear, it's like he must.
These wrestlers are built different. They're getting the
yeah, they are. They are really built differently. But yeah, like I said, no. If he just got a little cuts and bruises, say, well,
bro got out of his car and he was fine.
And he probably just light that. It's a light. Oh, right. Light. I think it's like light the fatty for this pimp daddy.
Yeah.
I think that's what he says. I could be completely wrong.
Light a fatty for this pimp daddy. Come on with me on the hoe train or some shit.
So I can't remember what the entire phrase was, but like I said, and it's kind of funny too, because we did have this conversation. I don't know which part on the show, but the gimmick can work in the PG era. You just can't really.
You can't bring out the women.
Yeah, because that's the only.
That is so bad now. If you look back at it.
Yeah, but the fact that the character itself is still over, it's like, well, that's some shot. That's some crazy.
The fact that he actually makes his return on occasions. I think I think it was the last Rumble he came back as the Godfather in the Rumble. I'm like, how is this still? How does the pimp character live past the PG era? How the hell?
That does.
No, you had freaking Val Venus trying to do the fucking porn star character in the PG era, and that shit died off quick.
Oh yeah, because rightfully fucking so.
I'm like, the pimp stays? Like what?
Because. I mean, well, and plus, dude, if you look at the character, the guy outside the Godfather game, the dude's
a chill dude. He's chill.
Now that would have been nice. That would be dope. If he come back as, well, he doesn't really have the hair for a comma, but that was in his early years. You could still do Papa Shango just to freak the people out, but
I think he did come back one time as Papa Shango.
Yeah,
but
like I said, nothing but hopefully good speedy recoveries for the Godfather.
Yeah.
Just hopefully you still kind of hate going through the good father phase. Unfortunately, I'm sorry to have to bring that shit up.
All I can hear now, Rob, thanks to you, is that damn freaking thing.
It's pretty much an alarm clock sounds. Like, what the fuck?
God, that theme sucked. I watched it, dude. I watched the WrestleMania. I think it was like the WrestleMania Ghoulies. Like, dude, you need to watch WrestleMania. I think it was like 17 or some shit.
I think it might have been 17.
It was either 17 or 18, and they came out with that damn theme. I'm like,
that's one thing I don't fucking miss.
Legit, Rob. I immediately got a fucking headache. after it.
And it's crazy. Out of that group that actually didn't actually look good was Ivory.
She's the only one that benefited. She was the only one that benefited from it.
And if you think about it too, that's kind of in a way it was taking a shot for the PTC to try to get the freaking thing the
parent
show.
commission. Yeah, the parent commission.
Yeah, because they want to be one of little fucks, but that's not the here nor there. But besides the point, moving on.
Nikki Bella had some words about the Ron Killings resigning. And
Interesting.
She said, "You are a robot if Ron Killings did not move you," which is true.
Yeah, which
It's
is very
true.
fucking true.
It is absolutely true. I agree with her.
And this is tying back to what we said earlier about the Ron Killings thing. Like, this dude gave you 17 years of service, and you do a man like that who people love.
Not even 17 years, Rob.
Oh wait, it's almost 20, isn't it?
Over 20.
I could
over damn 20. He got signed to the company in 99, but he debuted on television in 2000, so basically 25 years. He gave you 25 years of service. He gave you 25 years of service, and you fired
25 years of service, and dude looking like that. That is fucking nuts.
Yeah,
but besides that, like I was saying, it's like the dude, people loved him. Dude's charismatic as hell. Dude knew how to sell merch like it's fucking hotcakes.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing the Ron the Truth Killings for the first time. I mean, God knows how fucking long.
And the thing is, too, he had that ability. If you were having a bad day, and if you're watching a random episode of Raw or episode of SmackDown, and your day was pretty bad, you're going through some shit that day, he had that ability via his comedic,
breaking the fourth wall.
Not breaking the fourth wall, like his comedic ways on television, like his antics, like the 24/7 thing, or the my bad situation where he was messing up shit,
or the fact this is the same man who went to the Royal Rumble pulling out of that thought was the Money in the Bank. It's like, what the
my bad.
or the fact I don't know which pay-per-view it was for a certain match. It's like, you're not even in a match, or he's talking about the Royal Rumble.
This was the build up for Money in the Bank, and it was Kane, it was Corporate Kane, which that was a fucking character. Don't remind me of that character. So he comes out and he's like, you know what I'm gonna do at Money in the Bank? I'm gonna grab that briefcase. And then Kane goes, "You're not even in the match." And then he goes, "Sorry, y'all, my bad." And he walks.
And you had a couple of the people in the ring try to keep from breaking character because the dude was fucking.
Everybody in the ring was laughing except for Kane. Kane was professional as hell.
Because deep down he wanted to fucking laugh too.
It was hard to break Kane.
Because here's the thing, because it's like me and Tara, we have a tendency not to keep a straight face, but the way that how R-Truth does it's like, oh yeah, me and Tara would have been fucking done on the spot.
I remember when he was doing the Judgment Day thing, and he was acting like he was in the Judgment Day. Damian Priest could not stop laughing.
Because that's what makes R-Truth is a great character. Like, depends on which character you're going to give him. He's great when he's serious, and he's funny as hell.
So Nikki Bella, you are completely right on that take.
Oh, 100%. I mean,
and I think what's even more moving about Ron Killings in that whole situation was how everybody, from the talent to the fans, were going to bat for him. When he initially got released, every person was going to bat for him.
Oh yeah, because it's like, this is the guy who gave you over 20 plus years of service. The dude was one of the top merch sellers in the company.
Yes.
And now the fact you finally give him the character that, let's be real, is one of the most underrated characters in Ron the Truth Killings. And the way that he did it, and the fact he took the scissors and said, and I quote, which still is fucking phenomenal, "The truth shall set me free." And he cuts the rest like,
and I think the most badass line that he dropped right after that was, "I'm in the driver's seat now."
I was like, Now, this is the R-Truth that I remember. I mean, I still love the comedy part because
we're getting a more serious truth. I love it.
Because I will admit, because I got bored one time on multiple rolls. I had to count this man's fucking
This man counted every
I-90
single reign. He was like, "Oh, he had 50 something." I'm like,
how the fuck did you keep counting that? It's like, I don't know. I got bored.
Like, I literally looked at you. Was like, how bored are you to have you to
very bored,
dude. I lost count after 10.
I can't. And you were obviously the best funny moment from R-Truth during that time. He hit under the bed, and Drake. The fact that Drake, remember, almost got some cheeks, it's like, whoa.
Dude, the poor man in that whole storyline, he was trying to consummate his marriage, and what that means is he's trying to have sex.
Yeah,
with his wife,
who's smoking hot, by the way, too. Good grief!
I don't know how fucking Drake.
Bro.
I don't know.
Anyways,
but here's my thing. The whole thing, he was trying to consummate his marriage, and he was 2 seconds away from doing it. Fucking Truth comes in, pins him, and he's like, "God damn it!
So I got my baby back."
I want my baby back. No, runs out. No, the man runs out the room. Freaking Drake Maverick's pissed off because he was 2 seconds away from having sex, and then Truth runs out. Truth runs out the room, and as Truth is running out the room, he's like, "I got my baby back."
And this is what irks me about WWE. You should have put that on the shirt.
I got my baby back.
That missed opportunity for a shirt. Oh, come on. But
I also love the airplane segment.
Oh,
where he found the champion at that point was Jinder Mahal.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And Jinder Mahal was sleeping. And R-Truth and the ref were like sneaking up to him, and then he woke him up by pinning him. And he got
that, or the fact that the same man who tried to hide behind a freaking table like it was fucking nothing. It's like, dude.
Oh my god, that shit was funny. I'm like, how the hell did that?
And speaking of gender, I don't know if anybody saw on social media, 3MB got back together for.
Sorry. Love, and the fact that the Claymore was birthed with that fucking group.
Yeah, because all the fucking leather.
Because they had fucking Drew McIntyre wear tight ass leather pants,
which was a bad idea.
Horrible idea when he's trying to go for a kick. He hits an accident. He accidentally hits the Claymore because he ripped his pants.
Yeah, because no one. Yeah, just because.
And which pants were too tight.
And the fact that it was that one accident mistake. Let's be honest, I still love the Claymore.
It gave him a freaking badass move. I'm not gonna lie.
I will. Like I said, Night of Champions, I thought it was okay. It doesn't feel like what it used to in the past.
I didn't watch it. To be honest, I didn't watch it because I don't do Saudi Arabia shows.
Yeah, which I don't blame Tyler for that. But besides that, going back to the thing with R-Truth, at the end of the day, this dude has to be in the WWE Hall of Fame.
You know for a fact when his career's said and done, the man's in the Hall. He didn't necessarily have to win the big one, the big titles, which I really wished he did in 2011 when he had that feud with Cena.
Yeah, which was a missed opportunity.
Super missed opportunity. But the thing is, though, he is a legend in his own right because he has that ability, and he still has that ability to make us laugh.
Yeah, it's like it's just him normal self. And let's put the dude's is a good musician too. Might I add?
His songs are bangers.
Yes, he did a fucking country track sale.
No, you know what he's trying to do, Rob? He's trying to make a whole country rap album.
So he's trying to go the Post Malone route. If I'm not,
he's not trying to go like the Post Malone route. Because Post Malone, he's a full-fledged country singer. He's not a rapper.
Well, no, because
he's not a rapper. He was always a singer. But he's trying to go for like Big X, if you know who that is.
Nah, nothing comes to mind.
He's a country rapper. He's trying because country rap is a thing.
Which is crazy.
He's trying to be a country rapper, which I'm for it. Cool. Do your thing because your songs are bangers, man.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And also, too, low key, he kind of sounds like a DMX.
Yeah.
If you listen to it, low key, he sounds like DMX.
Because if you don't know who DMX is, there is an issue with that. But besides that, like I said, to R-Truth, Ron the Truth Killings, we appreciate that everything you've done, not just from WWE, but also for TNA and the NWA, which the
two-time NWA champion.
But also the first, and think it's too, in the history of the NWA, the very first African-American world heavyweight champion of the NWA.
You made history,
and the fact
brother.
He holds that highest honor is...
You made history, brother.
Yeah. Is it crazy enough to say that if he still had the oh my God, I just had a fucking funny match that just popped in my head just right now.
What?
If we had the comedy R-Truth taking on Jimmy Wang Yang, do you know how fucking funny that would be? The age.
No,
it's like,
I'll do you one. No, I'll do you one better.
You're gonna want oh God.
I'll do you one better. A tag team. The comedy R-Truth and Jimmy Wang Yang.
Oh my. Hell, you know what? Let's make it a trio and throw Santino in the mix.
Fucking hell yeah.
Oh God, that's just really good.
You're cooking with grease now. You're cooking with grease.
Pretty much, but besides that, like I said, to R-Truth, we thank you a lot because, man,
we love you, brother.
All the shit that and what you've done, and you know,
and I love too. If you heard his promo in the beginning, what he said in the beginning of his promo when he returned, he's like, "Don't let anybody change who you are," or whatever he said.
Yeah,
love that. As a guy who went through mental health shit, and he still kind of does at times. That's fucking dope, you know, and also it's like be yourself and shit, and you have a voice, fucking use it and shit like that. That was a cool touch.
Oh,
Same thing with LA Knight when he like broke character and did the whole men's mental health shit.
Yeah, because it was at the beginning of because no one's gonna forget that.
I'm never gonna get over the audacity of them to let him go. No one is. No,
because it's like
the thing is though, like while we've kind of forgiven the company for bringing him back, you shouldn't have let him go to begin with.
Yeah, because the dude never caused no problems. I mean, he did what you needed him to do, and yet you still got rid of him for what?
Dude was a workhorse. If you wanted to do a comedy match, he'll give you a comedy match.
Right,
if you wanted him to do a serious match with John Cena on Saturday Night's Main Event, he'll do it.
Which was actually not that bad.
And what makes me fucking sad is the fact that Cena asked for that match so that R-Truth can prove his worth, because they were planning on releasing him before Saturday Night's Main Event.
That irks me even
Cena
more.
was like, let me have this match with Truth and prove to you R-Truth needs to stay.
Which unfortunately
it didn't work. And then it kind of worked because they brought him back, but initially it didn't work. And that's where I'm going to say I thank you to Cena for that.
Yeah.
Because Cena was like, no. Me and Truth are going to have this match. We're going to have this mini feud because I want to prove to you that R-Truth is too expendable to fire.
And he's not wrong.
And he wasn't wrong.
I would have to believe the amount of money for the longest time that R-Truth has been. Now, because nowadays, I could see R-Truth being a upper mid card to a student to be main event, because if they could do that the right way, that is going to fucking hit.
If they can do the comedy R-Truth is gone. All right, that character is. That ship has sailed. He is now
because he he pretty much figuratively killed the character.
He figuratively killed the character. Well, he didn't kill the character. He pushed it aside.
And now we get to see the real wrong killings come through.
He basically looked at himself like the R-Truth version of himself and said, "No, I got this now. You stay back. You be yourself over here. I'm gonna go and fight your battles. I'm gonna be a serious competitor."
Which is we have not. God, we haven't seen in quite a while.
I don't think we've seen a serious R-Truth since 2011. He was like half serious when he was heel.
Yeah,
2011, and then like before 2011, when he first started, his gimmick was an ex-con.
Which, yeah,
like he had this whole vignette when he was debuting, where they filmed him inside of a jail cell.
Yeah, I remember that.
And he was like, I need to change my life, so I joined this company so I can change my life. It was kind of like how MVP was, but that was more real because MVP legit did go to prison.
Yeah. Or, oh, guy, I think this name that may not be familiar with a lot of people. Does Nathan Jones ring a bell? Anybody?
Okay, Nathan Jones scared the fuck out of me as a kid.
Like that was okay. Because the way that that was another missed opportunity. Because this dude had star written all over him.
The problem with him, he couldn't cut a promo.
Yeah, he couldn't talk for shit.
He couldn't talk. He could not talk.
Now,
he talked like he was reading off of a paper.
Oh yeah. See, this is why I would have had someone like a neat pair him up with a Paul Heyman that actually can speak.
But really though, that kind of catapulted him because now he's like an extra in like action movies and shit now.
Yeah, which is that's like damn.
Like there was a few action movies that I seen where it was like a fight scene and he was like a random person that was like a random henchman.
Yeah, like,
and I looked, I'm like, holy shit, that's Nathan Jones.
That's like because because the way how they built him was like, oh god.
Yeah.
But
like he was also a guy that went to prison. But what the WWE did was they made him a violent criminal. Oh, he went to jail for violent crimes. I looked it up. I think it was he got in prison for tax fraud.
Which I think in Australia is they considered it. Well, I mean, it's still serious regardless.
But WWE, that's not a violent crime.
I mean, I get it because you got and remember this was still at the same time when kayfabe was dead, or not still alive. Sorry, my apologies.
Yeah,
and this is when we were still kind of in because what Nathan Jones was around the mid two.
Nathan Jones was like late 03 into 04.
Yeah, because we were still young kids at the time.
Yeah,
because this is when kayfabe was still going around because
kayfabe was.
Because now when you look back at it, it's like. Now
you look back at it because you look it up because you can look it up because back then Google was around but you had to use your desktop and sometimes you can't use your desktop because somebody
needs to use the phone. Oh yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, we're old.
Yeah, we're old. Yeah.
But besides that,
dial-up internet that was a thing back in the day.
But still, it's like look, R-Truth for the longest time. Like I will always continue to appreciate this dude. I mean, but anyways,
if he's got haters, we're not one.
Oh God, that'd be rare if this dude ever got haters.
Yeah, that's rare. All right, but the last thing that I have one more thing on the thing is Priscilla Kelly suffers injury in her first match post WWE.
So okay, so she did clarify this too. Like it may have looked like an injury. But she said this happens occasionally because it's like a bit like a genetic disorder that kind of like her knee kind of like separates on its own. So, and the way like she kind of does.
She probably was like, "All right, I'm good." She probably popped that shit back in.
No, yeah, she did clarify that. Yeah, but it's the way she does sound like it's a legit injury, but it's like a genetic disorder that she's dealt with throughout her career. It's like I've never seen that before. But the fact that her first match. She takes on her fiance. What the hell? It's like out of all the people you could have chosen. Oh,
and I know Zachary Wentz went on Twitter after that and felt so bad about the injury. I feel you, brother. I
mean, the fact that the same man who said that Tyler quote tweeted said, "Man, this dude's also turned up, scared and horny."
He was like he like the promo she was cutting and shit, and it was like kind of scary in a way. She was kind of psychotic in the thing.
I mean, she's called the Hell's Favorite Harlot for a reason.
He cracked a joke. He was like, I've never been so scared and turned on at the same time in my entire life.
Like, dude, you're going to be married to the woman.
I don't know. I think he already married her.
I mean, out of the way.
He was like, I've never been so scared and turned on in my entire life. I was like, well,
that's a first.
I posted it and I was like, well, he's scared and horny.
And that's the thing too. Is like this is why I will always appreciate Zachary Wentz because he maybe was he like in his late 20s at this point, almost to his early 30s at this point.
I would think early 30s.
I would say early 30s.
Let me look this up. I'll look it up for you, Rob.
Yeah, I need to double check. I need you to fact check me on that because I literally can't remember.
This phone is freaking lagging like a mofo. He is 31.
Okay, like I say, okay, early 30s.
Early 30s, yes. Early 30s.
But
But
he's still fucking. He's kind of like us in a way. Still, he's fucked up in the head, and he's got a juvenile sense of humor.
he has a juvenile sense of humor. I think, and the thing is too, I think she has a juvenile sense of humor too. If you see her Twitter and shit.
Oh yeah.
Which every time I see a wrestler do that, I'm like, holy shit, they're one of us.
But it's like out of all the people in the world for you to wrestle, it's your fiance at the time you wanted to wrestle. It's like, whoa, it's like, never thought that was going to be possible. But
I can imagine that fucking household. I think they probably got into an argument because someone didn't want to do the dishes.
Yeah.
And then someone called out the other one for a wrestling match, and that's how we got here.
and the thing is too, is like as soon as they get home, someone's gonna have bragging rights in the household.
Somebody's gonna the loser had to do the dishes. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah,
loser had to do the dishes.
But it's seeing Zachary wins after all this shit, which I know we this week that he's gone through. When
again, I'm gonna say this again. Fuck Kimberly.
Yeah, faking piece of shit.
Fucking piece of.
It's like the dude.
You literally put makeup on your face and on your arms and your legs, and created bruising for your makeup, and you did this Me Too speaking out movement thing, and you tried to throw Zachary Wentz under the bus for hitting you when he never even laid a freaking hand on you.
And the so fucked up. You got this man blacklisted from WWE.
You had him fired from the freaking company. And the thing is too, the way he treats Gigi makes
it's so much different. Dude.
And the thing is too, the way he treats Gigi, it makes fucking Kimberly look even worse.
As 100%.
It's like, my God, Kimberly needs to freaking.
Well, we know she's retired, but at the same
time, because after it revealed that she was a fucking liar, no company wanted to freaking deal with her.
Shit.
And the way Zachary Wentz is to Gigi again. You think he would hear a woman? No. No. And Gigi loves him to death. Because Guess what? He's not hitting her.
I mean,
he actually gives a shit about the woman he loves.
Yeah, it's like, and that's the thing too. If you're gonna be one of those people that like, there is a special place in hell for those who make up lies like that.
Yeah, and we've said this before. We've said it before about that, man. Said it so many times before, and we'll say that till the freaking cows come home. I don't care.
Because at least now, if Zachary Wentz and Gigi or Priscilla Kelly get an argument in the house, they decide, well, there's one way to sell it. Let's get in the ring,
bitch.
Now, God, okay. I want to see these two, and also too,
dude, if they had a wrestling match, in town, and I went to an event, I'm yelling in the ring, "Loser does the dishes."
Actually, no, or so loser does the laundry.
Loser does the laundry.
we're so fucked up.
I would so yell that at a wrestling show.
And just imagine, like, they're looking, and they just, one of them would start cackling and say, "Well, that's not a bad idea."
It would probably be Gigi that starts laughing.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's like, if you look at how these two are, they're like fucking juvenile, like they're like so childish, and it's like how me and Tyler are. We're so. Also, before we up in here, I know we haven't talked about TNA a little bit. Oh boy, we're gonna have a friendship that's gonna be fucked up.
Masha and Killer Kelly's gonna kill each other with chains.
Oh my lord, two beautiful women going at it. I mean, consider the fact that this is the same Killer Kelly who got underneath, recreated Sabrina Carpenter with Masha.
I was like, one of two things is gonna happen. It's gonna be with Masha or her husband Myron Reed. And it was with Masha. And Rob was like, "Don't you dare, Tyler! Don't you dare!" They would break the internet with those two.
And she did.
I was like, "I told you."
I would have. I
looked at, dude. Rob sent me that, and I looked. I didn't. I texted him like, "I told you it was gonna happen. I told you."
And the fact, see, that would have been fun. Well, if you want to break the internet more, they should have done with change. I was like, oh god, that just oh boy, that is gonna send a yeah.
Like the fucking dog collar with the chain.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, that would have been. You would have been
that
dead.
Just breaking the
you
fucking.
Dead on the floor. You would have been on the floor dead.
No, that. God, do you know how funny it would be if Rhea did this fucking same thing? I was like, oh my god.
Doing that to Buddy?
Like, yeah.
That would. Oh,
which is funny. Speaking of Rhea, when she hated Buddy in the beginning. It's like, whoa.
She hated what?
When she first met Buddy, she hated him.
Oh, it's one of those relationships
well, this was in the early years. Because remember, you watched that interview, like, because now, poor Buddy. She's got to deal with her shit.
We got to deal with each other's shit. Are you kidding me?
And the fact that, and seeing Rhea, the real Rhea come out, and the fact that, she's doing and the fact she come out and said, yeah, she was a social outcast growing up. So, well, at least we know how that feels.
Hey, I mean, but we had it like different though. Like she was the outcast because she was a goth chick back in the day. Back in the day, like being goth wasn't as cool as now.
No, I mean, it was not a phase, Mom.
It wasn't a phase, Mom.
We're going to one of those years. Well, Lord Almighty.
And low key, a lot of adults that have like goth or emo phases and shit.
Yeah,
they don't really grow out of it.
No, they really don't.
So it really has never been a phase.
And the fact that she's doing it for people who, in a way, kind of got looked at differently, just like how she was. It's like,
yeah. And the thing is, though, it's not just goth people. She's like the goth community, the emo community. She's not doing it just for them. It's for people like us, like nerds as well, because they're kind of nerdy. Her and Buddy are kind of nerdy. Where we were seen as outcasts.
Yeah.
While I was more of like the popular one in high school in a way, that was fake popularity because not a lot of those people really cared.
Because like, I already know what's true friendship, which was going to and here we are, almost 15 years. Would have been almost 20 years had we met before in South Carolina, but that's neither here nor there.
Dude, it's been 15 years already.
15 years come September.
15 years in September. And it was because I wheeled past you. I'm not going to say walk because you were looking at me and you were like, you fucking liar.
I'm sorry, but that scene from Scary Movie just popped in my head for whatever.
I'm going to walk away. Walk away.
because and like I said, the last and final thoughts is like, and like Tara said.
But the thing is though, it's like, if you didn't freaking flag me down, I probably would have been like,
oh yeah, 100%. And I kind of like, I just had this feeling it's like we were going to be the best of friends.
Dude, we hit it off fucking immediately.
It's like, no, because at the time I didn't really think it would be thought it wouldn't be this lasting long till like it turns into like a brotherhood.
Oh,
and now,
but the thing is though, it's like we've been together, and it's like that's how Rhea is with her friends. Like it's like, yeah, that's because look at how Damian, Priest, and Rhea was. They met because Damian walked up to her.
I mean, shoot, if you think about it, she also kind of did for Damian too, because remember, Damian had a lot of low points in his life.
So in a way, it's like more of like, we relate to her in a way because she was the outcast, we were the outcast. And
then, yeah.
It's like, and she had mental health issues. We had mental health issues. Hers was like she had panic attacks, anxiety, and stuff.
Yeah, anxiety is a bitch. I will tell you that.
I don't really have anxiety, like nothing really like, oh God, like.
All I can say is, sorry, you're lucky because anxiety sucks.
Yeah, I've seen people go through anxiety, and it's
take it from me.
I feel bad for them. I think I remember one time I was in the nurse's office in high school once. I don't remember what school it was. I think it was Triton. Someone was coming in, crying, huffing and puffing. Like, they were breathing heavy. I'm like,
Yeah,
she was like, and it was a female. I knew it was a female. They're like, I need help. I'm having a panic attack. I'm like, oh no.
Like I said, anxiety can be a bitch. And I'll just say this too, because this is part of wrestling too. When I first went to make my trip over to Philly for BCW Original Sin, yes, I was excited, but it's kind of seeing the talent up and close and all this other stuff like I got signed and whatnot, like, and taking some of the photos. Like, I was shaking.
Dude, you literally texted me. You were like, I wish you were here, man. I'm getting anxious. I'm like, dude, you will be okay, man. Just breathe.
But over time, I kind of got over it, but because some of the talent were great. Had a good conversation with Crowbar. With Sammy was a total fucking sweetheart, which, that was
now
cool.
I know, and to a comment that I saw earlier saying that you were talking more than me in that interview. Let me clarify this. That was the first time I met her. Didn't see any of her matches. Except for like one clip that Rob sent me. Which
she's got like a whole YouTube channel full of her clips.
And I've been watching her stuff after, so I really didn't have a lot of questions compared to Rob. Because Rob met her, saw matches. He did a lot of the heavy lifting.
Yeah, which, that's kind of not my style when it comes to interviews.
Usually when we do interviews with wrestlers, we piggyback off each other. We do one question each.
But knowing that Tyler had no knowledge of who Sammy Chaos was, so it's like, and which I felt bad because I had to do the heavy lifting because I felt terrible.
No, it was fine. I deserve to get carried. And the thing is too, it's like, she was nice to me. She was nice to you.
She's phenomenal.
And were you thinking of a fucking joke when I said, you carried me? You motherfucker.
I'm sorry, but it's hard not to rib on you.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard. I'm the punching bag because I'm a disabled man. Okay, I get it.
But I mean, but still, and also too, you also can't. For those who do have Trilogy Plus, I'm going to do a little plug here. If you guys do have it, definitely check out BCW Hot Summer Nights because I know Tyler. I
will. And I'm gonna see this motherfucker somewhere.
I mean, I'm not that hard to miss it.
You're a big man. You're a big man. I'll see you.
I'm fat.
He's fat.
This son of a bitch. God.
Bitch is fat.
I'm sorry, but that
Samoa Joe, he's fat.
And that's the thing too. It's like, and for those who are like, let's say, kind of want to get into some indie wrestling and whatnot, definitely check it. I would say start with someone like with Sammy Chaos and whatnot, because obviously her mentor is going to be wrestling against Killer Kelly.
Masha, yes.
But the fact that she started drinking with Masha's like, well, I know that's a nerve-wracking experience. Cause,
and the thing is, though, I did ask a question. I said, what is Masha like?
Because
which is on TV, she's a bit psycho.
But we don't really know what the real Masha's like outside of the ring.
And she told us she's actually pretty fucking psycho, but she's nice though.
Yeah. But
she just basically, when she coaches, she works them hard. That's what she meant.
I can see why. And the thing is too, it's like, and also at the same time, I did talk to Sammy about with Gabby Forza, who at the time I was kind of unfamiliar with, but kind of seeing she was one of kind of like what Jordan Grace is, short, stocky, and very strong. But those are gonna go back,
and we I think we compared Sammy to like a Rhea Ripley crossed with
Nia Jax in a sense.
I
mean, good looking god chick. Yeah.
Yeah, Sammy is pretty. I'll give you that.
But and she is getting her rematch against Danny Moe, which if you're not unfamiliar with her, check out the one episode of Raw that she was on. She was kind of like the enhancement talent for against Bianca.
Check out, but if you really want to check out her skills, watch a random episode of Ring of Honor.
And she also did.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for promoting it a little bit, but it's the AEW Ring of Honor. I'm sorry. She was on the next
At the same
of that.
Oh, another thing too, I also forgot to mention too, like she was also on a few episodes of OVW at the same time too. It's like she's on, and the fact that they're the same woman,
and OVW, I did look it up. It is on Triller,
and it's kind of crazy. And the thing is too, like this is the same Danny Moe who also too she also wrestled at the highest peak in Nepal. Say, that's like damn.
Yeah.
Like I said, like it is crazy enough to where if you do meet the talent, because like I say, some of the talent were fucking.
The thing is though, like I love that the fact that like when you meet talent, Rob, or if you're an aspiring podcaster and you ask them, you shoot your shot, you shoot your shot.
Yeah.
Some of the wrestlers will say yes.
I mean, shoot. I mean, I had a good conversation with Crowbar for about 5-10 minutes, which was phenomenal. I got to talk to Drake Younger. For the guy that had a lot, and kind of get to
I'm going to say this right now. The way that I've been hearing about Drake Younger now, he's trying to change his ways. He's trying to be a lot nicer, a lot kinder of a human being.
I mean, dude's a great hardcore wrestler. Not gonna lie,
he's a great wrestler, and he's trying his best to be a nicer, more kinder human being than he was before.
Yeah,
and this is where my respect for him grows.
Yeah, because
he's trying to change his ways, and I respect it. And honestly, before I did blacklist him from the list of talent we want to interview, he's off the list now. He can get interviewed. I don't care. He can get interviewed.
I'm gonna try my best to try to get Masada on.
Masada would be cool. I've seen a few Masada matches, so I should have some questions.
I did bring it up to him when I had a conversation with him about some of the matches. He did a couple of cage of death matches he's done with CTW back in the day. Dude it's kind of funny too when you guys are really meet Masada. Look, outside the hardcore gimmick, the dude's a fucking chill ass dude. You can have like a couple beers with or smoke a blunt with.
The thing is, that's like the same thing with guys like a Nick Gage or a Matt Tremont.
I would say Matt Tremont was a fucking bad. It was very cool to talk to.
Like that's like if you see like a Nick Gage interview, like that's not like kayfabe and it's like off script.
Man, dude,
he's chill. He's a chill guy.
He is, and he's doing what he loves.
And Matt Tremont too. Like in the ring, these guys are psychopaths.
Yeah, I mean,
but outside the ring, dude, they're chill as hell.
Now, I will say, and I did a 20-minute talk about this, but I do want to touch more on that for a little bit, like another couple minutes or so. The one wrestler I will admit kind of did a little bit intimidate me was Phil Insane, because the dude, his nickname was the Mad Butcher. It's like, nope, I ain't going to stay away from that.
Yeah, those two words do not go well together because that means death.
I will say the gimmick was great. The dude can wrestle like that's like, oh my god.
Right.
But like I said, Battleground Championship Wrestling at the 2300 Arena for the first time was an experience that I will never forget. For the first time in over 10 plus years to go to a wrestling show. I'm going back again with my grandfather. Because my grandfather is not a wrestling fan, but I want to do something for him for some before Father's Day. So I was like, screw it, and stuff like that, because it's in a way he's kind of like the way how he describes me, and a lot of people have said this too. He describes me as a son that he's never had, and we've done a lot together over the years. And
I've met your grandfather. He's a chill guy.
No, yeah, because he and I, and it's times too. And me and my grandmother said it's scary because we both have the same temperament. We think the same, and we kind of act the same in a way. But besides that, that's all I'm going to have for that. But with that being said, we're going to wrap it up here for episode 89 of the It's Funny Podcast. Christ almighty, it is fucking nuts of how this show has come far along.
Dude, I remember day one. Day one. We were on Anchor. We didn't know what the hell to
Yeah.
even do. I did the first episode, I think, myself because one of our former friends that we don't talk to because we had a falling out.
Yeah.
Originally it was me and him. It wasn't me and you yet. And
I was a temporary.
I was so damn awkward because I didn't write anything down. I didn't know what to even say. Anything like that. I also even had another podcast that was a football podcast, and that fell through because low ratings. But I was awkward as hell. I was really awkward. I did not know the topics I wanted to talk about, and that was until my mom said, "Write shit down." I wrote shit down, guns blazing there. But Anchor, you really didn't get that much of a reach. You maybe get like 5 viewers,
And that's at the most.
or five listeners. It was an audio only thing. We moved to YouTube. We blew the hell up a little bit, but not like blow up. Like we're getting thousands of views. We're not even there yet, but
it's one of those days. It's like for me. Well, it was me that started the YouTube kind of thing.
Yeah, you started the YouTube thing, and I was still kind of struggling with the Anchor thing with you because you were.
And I told him, said, let's just make the jump to YouTube. Like after 6 months in, and ever since then, it's kind of been.
But the thing is, though, like I made my own channel.
Yeah, which was when you look at
we capped off on that channel. We deleted that channel since, so you can't find it anymore.
Which was a bad idea.
So we moved the episodes from there to our new channel, which is the Sports and Wrestling Connection.
Yeah, I have them in the playlist. So we started from episode 9, which is technically the official episode number 1. And obviously, at the same time, this is also.
But Rob, we moved all the other shit to this channel.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I'm getting at. We moved the other shit to this channel, but don't watch those episodes. Episode 9 is episode 1. The other ones before that are pretty shit. But the thing is though, it's like, what am I trying to say? The last year to 2 years to 3 years doing this YouTube thing,
it's been fun.
It's been a hell of a lot of fun. Like, yeah, we're not getting, thousands of views consistently.
I could care less.
We're getting maybe like 300 views, maybe tops 100 views, but I don't care about all that.
I mean, look,
what I care about is that we're having fun with this, and we're trying to be ourselves.
To be as real as possible.
Like, that's the way to go when you're doing YouTube. And this is my tip to anybody doing YouTube: is be yourself. Be yourself, and the subscribers will follow, the views will follow. Like, just be yourself, man.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because if we were like still floundering on YouTube, which at times we do,
it really depends in certain situations.
It depends on certain situations, but the thing, it's like, if we were still struggling with the YouTube thing and we weren't even getting the subscribers that we had, we probably would have quit long ago.
But
like, when I first started doing YouTube by myself, I did maybe like one video and I'm expecting views and I didn't get views, so I quit.
Because,
don't do that. Don't do that.
And here's the thing: I've learned a lot over the last 3 years. It's like you got to figure out what your niche is. Which, funny enough, for me, it's usually sports and pro wrestling. Which kind of still irks me. We should have done this from the very fucking beginning. But I digress. That's still. I'm still arguing.
My dumbass was like, "Oh, let's do Anchor," because the thing is, though, I was just bored out of my mind, so I'm just like
thanks to the pandemic for that.
And thanks to pandemic for that, but I was fiddling through Google Play. I was trying to find a game, ironically enough, to play on my phone.
Yeah.
And I see Anchor Podcast on here. I'm like, podcasting? I could do that.
Yeah, because get you something different.
I said, fuck it. Let me try this. So I tried it. I had another buddy of mine, which I don't talk to anymore because, he doesn't talk to me. But, what happened was I started doing a football podcast for a year. Didn't get a lot of views out of that. Didn't get shit out of that. Then I did the mom. My mom was the one that told me, "Hey, why don't you start a wrestling podcast?" That's where this started. So thanks to my mom for that one. For this,
Oh yeah,
one,
100%.
this whole show, this whole show
and
is
speaking
my
of
mom's
which,
idea.
Tyler,
Hmm.
there's another thing I found out. Your mom. So my mom has her friends Dylan and Ron Mondale. So Dylan, she tells me, and I come to find out that I didn't know this, that Ron is your mom's second cousin. I never fucking knew that.
Excuse me. So, what's the connection with us?
I don't know. She never really said, but she told me that your mom is your mom is the second cousin to Ron Mondale. I was like, never fucking knew that.
I didn't know that. But the only there's also another fun fact, Rob. You know who I'm related to?
Who? Oh, right. You forgot.
Ron Jaworski, motherfucker.
Hey, shit! Yeah, I'm related to a fucking dead. I'm related to have relations related to a guy that's on a $50 bill.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. But
yeah, because I mean, think about it.
But that's cool though, man. $50 bill thing.
Yeah, Ulysses S. Grant because my mom, her name was Grant. My grandmother's maiden name was Grant before she changed to the Wolfram because obviously that's from her German side, which. At some point I'm gonna have to learn a second language. At some point, it's probably going to be definitely German because I'm probably mostly German than I am Irish. But then again, I'm like
a billion fucking things.
I'm apparently a fucking mutt.
And apparently my mom looked it up on the ancestry thing. I'm kind of Jewish.
Oy vey.
I'm kind of Jewish. You looked it up. Yeah, we're like.
Yeah, I can see fucking why, dude. You look like an Orthodox Jew saving. Oh God.
Okay, that's just the fucking facial hair. Shut up.
I'm sorry. That's my. Hey, look, I blame my brother for that because he's always bust my chops about being like 1/16 Jewish. Like,
I don't remember. Like she looked it up on Ancestry thing. And it was like we're this. I know I'm German. I'm Irish. And then she looked it up and she's like we're kind. I think she was like we're like. I think 1% Jewish, maybe. I'm not sure what it was, but she told me.
I somehow got fucking French Canadians. Where did that come from?
I'm like,
anyways.
I looked at her. I'm like, we're Jewish. She was like, yeah. I'm like, damn.
Which I can see why about the Jewish part because I'm not. But besides that, sorry for the rambling for the last 5 minutes.
No, but back to what I was saying, and we went off the beaten path. You were talking about relations and shit like that because I was talking about my mom. She was the one that birthed this show in a way, because she told me, "Why don't you start a wrestling podcast?" That's what started this. So thanks to her, but thanks to the people who rock with us. Y'all are awesome.
Oh, 100%.
And we love you. We love y'all. To anyone who has given us some constructive criticism on things, we appreciate that.
Hey, shout out to our friends too who actually had taught us about the YouTube game.
Even our friends, that we do podcasting with, La Familia. That's our group chat name. We love y'all to death because you guys rock with us. And thanks to YouTube, we met you guys. We're friends with you guys. Y'all are family. Even to the people watching in the chat, y'all are family because y'all come in, y'all rock with us.
Oh, 100%.
Like Meep, your family. Normal Guy, your family. The rest are new people, so I can't really say anything about them yet. But y'all are gonna be family.
Yep. Like I said, we're gonna be here.
We're not going anywhere. We're still.
We'll probably do this till we're freaking old in the face.
Now, there's gonna be a moment in time where we'll probably have to eventually retire from doing this.
Yeah,
because we might be getting too old to do it. But
hey, look, you got us while we can.
We're gonna go until either we retire from doing this or the freaking wheels fall off.
Yeah, which like I said, and there's going to be times where we may not do a lot of stuff because A, we might be burnt out, or B, knowing how my work schedule is at times and the way how I get up in the mornings is not really. Like I said, there's a few times where I've canceled streams as do I even like because I've debated and look, I hate canceling shit at the last moment because that's one of my biggest pet peeves. But knowing how the way sometimes I wait to feel, shit, there was one time where I didn't want to stream because I felt like, oh god, I always had times I've been in my feelings most of the time. But besides that,
you were like, yeah, there's been a few times where you're like, man, I can't, stream tonight. I'm going through a mental issue. You know, I've been feeling pissed off, and I'm like, dude, you're good.
Oh yeah, because most of the time at work, usually work at times pisses me off and it ruins my fucking day. And I know that people say.
Then there's other times where it makes like the part that I'm trying to get at too. Sometimes it's about your work, which I understand, but sometimes it's about a damn baseball game.
Yeah,
it'd be like, oh, I didn't pitch well, so I'm having a bad.
Yeah, well, because me, I'm a competitor, and the way.
Yeah, you're a competitor, but you get too in your head with it, like it's a game.
You want to be the first person to say about.
Like you gotta chill. You gotta chill with that, man. Like it's just a game, brother.
Yeah, I know, but I'm one of those people that have like set very high expectations.
No, I understand that. No, I understand that, but it's just a game, brother. You're gonna have bad.
But plus, I'm playing with another bunch of grown men anyway, so I mean,
you're a human. It happens. So,
but besides that,
but work though, I do understand. Bro,
you'd be surprised I haven't already strangled somebody yet.
Dude, earlier today, dude texts me, bro, I'm hot as hell. I'm like, they didn't fix the AC yet.
No, they fucking. Like I said, we'll talk more on that and hold another real talk. Which is funny. No, we gotta do another fucking one.
I want to do another real talk so bad, but I don't know what to talk about topic wise.
We could. I mean, because we talked about school life. We can still touch on the life because there's a lot of other life experiences we could probably.
We talked about school life before I moved up to Jersey, life when I moved up to Jersey, how we met, school dances.
Also,
and how a girl decided to ask me to dance without me, and then she dragged me in my wheelchair, and I looked back at you, and you went. I went early.
I did. I will admit, I did get just a little bit.
Of course. And then she kisses me on the fucking cheek. And I was like, I wheeled back, and I'm just like looking at the floor, like.
Yeah, you couldn't look at me or my brother. I just shrugged my shoulders. I don't even know what to say at that point.
Yeah, I looked at you. I was like, "Did you see that?" You're like, "I saw everything."
I saw it, but well, like I said, I did it. But like I said, we'll definitely get another one. I do think should touch more on more life experiences one because I think we have not really touched that on a lot the last few episodes that we've done.
I might talk about my personal life, like my disability and stuff as well.
Like I said, that's the reason why we do the real talk for anyways, just to open up and
give you guys more of a personal side to us.
Yeah, pretty much to kind of get an idea of who we truly are as the creators. Because let's be real, because creators nowadays, the way that they put on these fucking facades, it really doesn't sit well with me.
It bothers me too. Like we've said it before, and I know we're rambling on here, but I'm gonna talk about this for a second. Like I hate creators like that. Now I understand, like if the facade they're trying to put on or the character they're trying to put on is like an extension to themselves. Like if you watch creators like Dashy Games, that's like an over exaggerated version of himself.
But the dude's entertaining as hell to watch.
But the dude's hilarious, and he's entertaining, which I understand that. Like that's an extension of yourself, but you're like he's projecting more to be funny.
Yeah,
but guys like Mr. Beast, I'm gonna give away $1 million if you do this challenge, and then ends up he's under fire for other shit, and or creators who are like acting like, oh, we're a nice person. Next you see,
but in reality you're a fucking.
You see on the news that they beat up their girlfriends or they killed their girlfriends or they raped their girlfriends
or touch kids.
Sorry,
I know I didn't like how to say that, but it had to be said.
No, but you can't be around the bush about that. You can't.
No, because it's like there's no way to put it in the most PG way possible without. Unfortunately, you have to go through the hellfire and brimstone for that.
Put it this way: they do the Diddy treatment.
Pretty much, and that's
But the
mostly from the
kids.
Minecraft community, which yeah.
Yeah, one creator ended up being a kid.
And that's the thing too. It's like, and this applies to to pick up
But
what's
then you have creators. Then you have creators like there was like a Minecraft creator that was so well respected that he got a fucking like a remembered scene in the fucking movie.
Technoblade.
Technoblade. He got a remembered scene in that movie, and I watched it the other day. Funny movie, by the way. Yeah. Jason Momoa in that movie is such a fucking tool. It's hilarious.
I mean, yeah, but like Tyler said too, like yeah, creators will put on these characters, which I'm okay, I'm all for with. But if it comes out to the fact that, and what also doesn't really like me, and some of the creators that I kind of don't like, the fact that they look down on like guys like me and Tyler, like we're fucking nothing.
People come in here like there was somebody that came on here on Tuesday. You're doing this fake shit again. I told you about this, and this is why I didn't follow you. Like, we don't give a fuck.
Who gives a shit?
We don't give a fuck about you then. Get out of here. We want to do what we love. Like, there's a lot of people, I know a lot of people deal with this shit too. Like, and I'm sure other wrestling creators, if y'all can vouch for us, that people come in and say, you're doing this fake shit. Really? You're doing this fake shit?
Wouldn't be the first time.
Like we've had people on here trying to down us for doing the wrestling, down us,
and it's fun. And not just that too. It's also the people who's like will comment on appearances. Like I can't fucking control that.
Like dude, there was like one person that like said I looked like somebody or whatever, and I thought it was hilarious. It wasn't a hateful comment. They just said,
"Oh yeah, we'll get."
It looked like they said I looked like somebody, and I'm like, it was hilarious, but it wasn't a hateful comment. But then there's like some people that like came in like, comment on our looks. Like we're not.
The fact.
Like let me. I'm not gonna sit there and say that I'm a fucking GQ model. I'm not.
We're far from it.
Do I got washboard abs? Do I got a good looking face? Am I the most handsome guy in the fucking world? Am I a fucking Tom Cruise? No. I'm not. I'm not that. I'm average. If you look at me, I'm average. If you look at Rob, who's laughing his ass off, because I kind of dissed myself, but really I'm not.
Hey, look, you pulled yourself on Miles Bourne. You poked fun at yourself,
dude.
But it is also true. It's like,
dude, I'm broken from the fucking waist down. You think I give a shit about my looks? Yes, laugh, Rob. It was funny. Yeah, laugh. Yes, I am broken from the waist down.
Well, I mean, you're technically half broken.
I'm half broken. Okay, yes, I'm half broken.
You know what? I would say in terms of all the shit you got through, at least you can still walk.
The thing, yeah, at least I can still do that. And the thing is, though,
or without tripping and busting your face, because that'd be funny to forget that.
This is why I got this bad boy right fucking.
Yeah,
here,
the new.
man. Wait, I don't even know if it's showing it.
Yeah,
this bad boy right fucking here. This Walker. I don't know if it's showing anything, but the thing is, though, it's like, yes, I may be a klutz. Yes, I may have braces. Yes, I may not look like a GQ model. I'm not the most handsome guy in the world. Do I look terrible? No.
No, absolutely not.
I do think I'm kind of handsome. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of handsome. Rob's a good enough dude. He's got himself a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
I would say it wasn't easy. I'm going to be honest. Hell, before I even started, I was self-conscious about how I looked in life.
The thing is, though, I'm self-conscious about the way I look sometimes. Like, there's times where I'm like I look in the mirror, and I'm like, yeah, there's a reason why I don't have a girlfriend, and it's that. It's the face.
No, I would say here's the thing. I'll say, girl, it really depends because some girls love facial hair, some don't. But and the way I look at this too, as the final thought, like I said, we apologize for the random. Say we could talk, you can yap all day, but overall, don't let life get you down.
Don't let life get you down. Don't let
our truth said.
don't let life get you down. Don't let anybody try to kill your self-esteem. Even if you're doing YouTube, don't let anybody try to kill your self-esteem.
Yeah, don't change. Oh God, what was that?
Don't change. Don't change. Just be yourself.
Yeah, it's
Be authentically you. And if somebody doesn't like it, fuck them.
yeah, it's their fault.
People commented before about our looks. Fuck them. People
Oh
commented
yes.
about how we talk. Fuck them. People
And look, I haven't
comment
seen a fucking stir at times because my brain at
comment-
times reboots itself for no damn reason.
but people comment about us doing wrestling, saying that you're doing this fake shit, then I'm unsubscribing. Fuck them.
Hey, look, doesn't hurt us in the long run.
Done hurt me. Done hurt my personal life.
Hey, look, I enjoy what we're doing because I can enjoy wrestling as far as long as I live till I'm buried 6 feet be under. But besides that,
and if you knew why I decided to watch wrestling and as to why I cover wrestling, my God, I'm phlegmy today.
Get some water.
I got a drink I'm going to be drinking, but but here's my thing. The reason why I watch wrestling and the reason why I cover wrestling with my buddy is because when I was a kid, I had somebody to talk to when he got me into wrestling, and that was my grandfather. My grandfather passed away. I had no one else to fucking talk to about wrestling. And I stopped watching wrestling in 2012. It was before he died. But when I went down to visit him for one final time, I watched wrestling with him, and it felt great. So, when he passed away, I watched it in his honor. And then I decided to do a podcast with my buddy because I wanted somebody to talk to about wrestling. Because I didn't have that.
Something like we could relate on. I mean, like I said, final thought too. Like I said, wherever your niche is, at times, shoot for it. Shoot for the.
If your passions are that you love movies and TV, talk about your favorite movies.
Which has actually become like a popular niche on social media.
Do movie reviews of the next movie you've seen or something like that.
Yeah, give it.
TV show.
Try to be. Yeah, but be as unbiased as possible.
Be unbiased about it. Give your take. If you didn't like a movie that other people like, so be it. If you love a movie that people hated, so be it.
Yeah, it's like
I know people that loved a movie that was critically panned as a terrible movie. There's been a few times I've seen creators have that. There's people, dude. I like, I don't know, a movie that was critically panned that I freaking loved when I was a kid. I don't remember what movie it was. I remember it. No, you know what it was? It was Cat in the Fucking Hat.
That movie bombed at the box office.
The critics and people fucking bombed at that movie.
And if you look at it,
I still watch it and I still laugh my ass off at how funny it
is.
Because
and that's the funny thing with movies that bomb. Over the years, they get a cult following. I mean, Cat in the Hat's another one. I almost went the Fantastic Four, not the 2015 reboot, but the
2007 one.
Yes,
I love those movies too.
Now, as a kid, but when you really look at when you do rewatch them, was the production great? Not exactly.
But it was the 2000s, man.
And plus, technology was limited at the time. I mean, shit. Look at Spider-Man from 2000.
CGI was in its infancy at that point, so it was like.
Yeah, I mean.
Before that time, that CGI was good. I still think the CGI still kind of holds up.
It does. I mean, shoot. I mean, look at this. Look at Spider-Man from 2002. I mean, there's some things.
No, Spider-Man 2002 still fucking hits.
And the fact they're actually going to release it in theaters on a remastered.
Yeah, they remastered it. They're going to re-release it. And I bet you that's going to fucking hit too.
Dude, that's going to fucking sell out like fucking hotcakes.
Let's sell out. It's going to sell out. But anyway, it's like but long story short, if you don't have to be the prettiest guy or prettiest woman in the world to do YouTube. You don't.
No.
You don't have to look as handsome as the next person, that you see or something like that. Like, just be you. Be you. Be authentic. Find your niche. Find your passion. What are you passionate about? And talk about that.
Yeah.
And and once you find that out,
you're gonna get a following.
Just dive in. Just dive in. And if you can't remember a topic that you wanted to talk about, write it down.
Yeah, keep
one of these. Get you one of these.
Because let's be real, that shit comes in handy real quick.
Get you a notebook. Get you a pen or a pencil. Write the topics that you want down.
And also but
if you can't remember what letter grade you gave a movie or a TV show, if you're doing that, write it down in your notebooks.
Yeah, and if you forget, you go look back at it and say, "Oh, so okay, now I just remember the grade I give it."
Yeah,
but besides that,
but again, that's our tips to you.
Like I said, but with that being said, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you guys. What's tomorrow? Sunday. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Storm and the Valkyrie 8:30 tip off because I think that should be a good one. Let's just hope it doesn't turn out to be a blowout because holy crap. My luck with that has been fucking terrible. But besides that, peace.
Yeah, Mr. Guy, let me do a baseball game. It was 10-0.
Oh, eat a dick.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.